Dwight Perry Stadium on the campus of Bowling Green University. It's a rivalry game today. I-75 matchup between Toledo at 4-3 and Bowling Green at 5-2. In the MAC West, Toledo needs to win and get some help. Ball State is beating up on Akron, though. Northern Illinois expected to polish off Eastern Michigan later today. While in the East, Bowling Green on the lead lap with Buffalo. Both teams at 3-0, and they meet each other at the end of the regular season. Good afternoon, Jim Barber and Gerard Cherry. You start at the University of California. It's been many years since these two teams were relevant, but that's the case this year, both fighting for a divisional championship. It is a rivalry game. You played a number of years at Cal against Stanford. What's it all about?
Well, rivalry week is a special week, Jim, and the reason why it's so special is that you have the opportunity to tell your crosstown rival, you know what, when I'm out and about at the restaurants and the clubs, we matter and you do not.
You haven't forgotten those games, have you?
No, I have not.
Let's talk headliners today. David Fluellen stars in the backfield for Toledo. He was a game-time decision because of his back, but he will give it a go.
Yes, he will give it a go, and that's how you know it's rivalry week. When a guy has been injured says, you know what, I'm going to step up, because you don't have these games and these opportunities that come every once in a while, and Fluellen will show up, and that will be a great showing for the Toledo Rockets.
On the other side, an outstanding running back in Travis Green. He's only a sophomore, almost an afterthought before this year, but in the starting lineup and tearing the defenses up.
He may be an afterthought starting this year, but right now he's on the forefront of that Toledo Rockets defense mind. Travis Green is elusive. He's fast. He can do certain things out of the backfield that you say and categorize him as special. That's why he's one of the top backs in the MAC, Jim.
This is the 78th chapter of Bowling Green and Toledo. Bowling Green has a slight edge in the series 39, 34, and 4. Back with the opening kickoff at 2:34 Eastern Time. Midnight blue spotted in for Toledo fans who have made the trip. Weather-wise, cold, 49 degrees, much colder because of the wind, which is at 22 miles per hour. Cloudy and cold forecast the rest of the afternoon and early part of this evening. A lot to mention in the series history over the last 20 meetings. Look at the average score. They're separated by less than a point. Toledo's won the last 3 and 6 of the last 9. Bowling Green with the advantage, as you might expect at home, 22-14, and a stretch between 55 and 66, where the Falcons did not lose, and as you know, the schools are separated by just a half hour. Dave Clausen, the head coach of Bowling Green, and Matt Campbell, that man right there, heads up Toledo. Both were in the conversation for bigger jobs at the end of last season, likely will be at the end of this year as well. Clausen says about this rivalry, you can't call it friendly. But what rivalry in the country is friendly?
That's the truth. That's the reason why they call it rivalry. I don't like you, you don't like me. Let's go out this football field and do something about it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Ronnie Moore, number 5, back to receive, along with 17, Ryan Burbank. And Jeremiah Detmer will kick off for Toledo. The Rockets won the toss and deferred to the start of the second half. And on the corridor of I-75, we're underway. Falcons take a knee. Football will begin for them at their own 25 under the direction of sophomore quarterback number 11, Matt Johnson. Johnson got the starting job early into this season when he stepped into the first game of the year and led back-to-back scoring drives. And after that, it was decided that he would indeed be the quarterback, and he's put together some outstanding numbers, including a game of 357 yards at Kent State back in September. They'll start with the I formation backfield. Here's Travis Green. Able to break one tackle, pick up a yard on first down. It'll be 2nd and 9. Let's take a look at the offensive line for Bowling Green. It's the middle guys, Llewellyn, the Chief, and Huddle that are considered to be the strength of this team, as the redshirt freshmen on the corners are just getting used to the tackle positions. Backs and receivers, Travis Green heads up the running backs. And the receiving core, Sean Joplin's a man to watch. Jared Cohen steps in for the injured Chris Gallen, who is out the rest of the year with a knee injury. On second down, trying to run wide. And a first down for the Falcons up to the 44-yard line. Moore in the pickup as he picks up 18.
Yes, and Moore was able to pick up 18, Jim. And had he turned the ball up the field quicker, he might have picked up 28 as opposed to 18. You see it right here. You're stretching the play out. At some point, you got to commit, and you like his read or following his blocks. But turn that ball up the field, you may pick up more yards, but a great job of showing balance and picking up the extra yardage.
Bowling Green now from the 32. And in fact, because he was spotted further back, they did not pick up a first down. Need to pick up 3 yards on third down. They've got it. Into Toledo territory, down to the 43-yard line. That's their tight end. Not often used, but Alex Bayer with his 19th catch of the season.
And now you see why Alex Bayer is on the Mackey watch list. Good job of picking up the play, and you see a repeat of the previous play. And right here, Moore stretches it out. Turn up the ball quicker. Turn up the field quicker. You got to get up the field. It's about going vertical, not horizontal.
Absolutely. He's a senior out of Pickerington, Ohio. First down, Falcons from the Toledo 43. Four receiver set. Fake to Moore, and they're looking down the field. Incomplete intended strike for Sean Joplin at the 25-yard line. Let's take a look at the Toledo Rockets defense. Jaron Elliott's the man to take a look at, who can break gaps with his outstanding outside blitzing. The middle three, Emelian steps in for the injured Trent Voss, who's a huge loss with his injury situation. And Silvestri's played very well. And a backfield of Cole Rogers, Whitaker, and Cheatham Norrells. 2nd and 10. Green on the handoff. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage on a loss of 2. That's Junior Silvestri, who had 17 tackles in Toledo's last game, the double overtime win against Navy.
And Silvestri is one of the leaders of this Toledo Rockets defense. And watch how he reads the gaps, then shoots the gap to get Green down. That's a good job by Silvestri of reading the play, diagnosing it, and making a play.
He bench presses 400 pounds, and he was a safety in high school. 3rd and 12. Bowling Green, 6 of 25 on third down tries in the first quarter. Just 24%. Rockets showing blitz coming with 4. Johnson steps up, he'll run. 40, 35, slides down to the 33-yard line. Close to the first down marker. Ball is on the floor. Rockets say they've got it. Now we'll see what the officials, led by Mr. Bloom with a white hat, decide.
And one of the things you like about Johnson's game is his ability to avoid the rush as he gets down the field. You may want to incorporate sliding as opposed to taking on defenders.
Ruling in the field, fumble, recovery by the defense, first down, Toledo.
Rockets get the football on the first turnover of the game on the opening possession by Bowling Green. One of the things that Toledo does so well, Gerard, is recover fumbles. That's their 10th fumble recovery this season.
And the Falcons are fortunate they didn't run it back for a touchdown because they're known for doing that as well, Jim.
And this play is going to be under review, so up to the box we go, and Less than 3 minutes of the opening quarter, where our replay official Harold Dynas and Rick Jackson, the communicator, will go to work.
And for Bowling Green, your argument has to be he was down before the ball came out. And we'll see right here, is the knee down and then does the ball come out? It'd be fair to say his knee was down.
Yeah, I think so too. Another angle from the backside there.
Yeah, that makes it less definitive, but you still see that his knee was down prior to the ball coming out. But you can't afford, Jim, in these situations. Rivalry game, to give up a turnover. You're marching down the football field. You don't want to lose that momentum.
That's our lead referee, Greg Bloom. Well, the Rockets sideline exploded as if they had the ball. Might have been a better selling job, I suppose, than what may have actually occurred.
Yeah, hand out some Emmys and some Oscars, because everyone on that sideline was into it, and that's what you do. You can influence the call of the referee, and I think that's totally what took place right there.
Here we go.
After review, the runner was down by contact before the fumble. It will be first down for Bowling Green at the 33-yard line.
So instead of the Rockets picking up their 10th turnover by way of fumble, the Falcons have a first down. And Matt Johnson, the quarterback, was fortunate.
Yes, he was fortunate. And Matt, slide, just like you're going into second base. You don't need to dive head first. Bowling Green Falcons would like to have you for the remainder of this game.
So the spot of the football is at the Rockets' 33 as play resumes. No score in the opening minutes. This time, quarterback Johnson from the shotgun with Green back to protect. They'll run Green and will run sweep to the right. 30. Cuts back to the 28-yard line. Another thing they say about Green is you can stretch him out. But the problem is he's such a great cutback runner. He'll cut right back and suddenly he's gone.
And what you appreciate about that run, Jim, is that he's patient with it. He allows the blocks to develop, and as you say, he's stretching it out, and in that last second, shoot the gap to pick up more positive yards. But right there, that's what that play calls for. You just stretch it out and pick up what you can. You want to start with a nice positive play, and there you have it.
Gets 5 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 5. Back to Green again. Crosses the 25 down to the 24 and close to a first down. So it's 3rd and manageable as the Rockets try to stop a Travis Green effort so far, and they expect to see Green get the football a lot. In fact, in last week's game, he carried 15 times for 99 yards. And on 3rd down, off the sneak, saw by the numbers that Bowling Green's been ineffective in the first quarter, very good after the first. So back-to-back 3rd down conversions, and now they have the football nearing the doorstep of the red zone.
Yeah, that rivalry could be that catalyst and that elixir to give you that extra hump. And you wonder, Jim, whether or not the weather factors into why you're seeing so many runs initially as well for this Bowling Green offense.
Good way to establish the run. Johnson to throw on first down. Incomplete, intended for Ronnie Moore, was cutting across the middle. Moore considered to be the fastest Bowling Green Falcon.
Well, Ronnie, you may want to be considered a more sure-handed receiver as opposed to fastest, because you have to catch that play. Positive yards are left on the football field right there, Jim.
It's been a 10-play drive to this point. 3 passes, 7 runs, and 52 yards accomplished. 2nd and 10 now at the 23. They fake the jet sweep, back to Green. And Green swallowed up at the 21-yard line after a pickup of 2. One thing this Toledo defense does so well, Gerard, is that it can get penetration with 3, and then if necessary in a 3rd and long, pass protect with 8.
Yeah, that's what you like from your defense. Swarm to the football. Don't allow a guy like Green to get an open look and miss tackles. If you're going to be effective against Green, you have to tackle him and gang tackle him, and you saw example right there.
Jared Cohen goes to the wide side of the field on third down. It's a 3-receiver set. Falcons need 8. The give is to Green. Penalty flag on the play. He loses a couple. We'll see what the flag is all about. Junior Silvestri, 33, once again in there, along with 90, John Stepik.
Holding, offense number 65. Penalties decline. 4th down.
That went against the Chief. 65. So it brings Bowling Green to a 4th down and 10. Offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it. With the wind working against them, Tate will not attempt a 40-yarder. Empty set and 5 receivers available. Now Green comes over to support Johnson. Need to get the ball to the 13. He rolls to his right. Green throws a block. Johnson fires. Incomplete. Ball over on downs to the Toledo Rockets. Good looking drive by the Falcons, but it nets nothing. 9:11 to go. Opening quarter. Back to business on ESPN3, where the wind may very well have been a factor in Bowling Green deciding to go for it on 4th down instead of Tate attempting a 40-yard field goal. First time on offense for the Toledo Rockets, led by quarterback Terrence Owens, who was 20 for 28, 3 scores, and over 300 yards last year in the win over the Falcons. He fakes to Fluellen, the left-hander fires. Incomplete. Got a good-looking delivery, according to NFL scouts.
Yes, delivers the ball at a high point, gets it out of his hand, and he has velocity on the football as well. So Owens does have a chance to get a look by NFL football teams.
And he was drafted by the San Diego Padres, so in case football doesn't pan out, good look into playing baseball for the first time since he was a freshman in high school. Fluellen into the secondary, still going with a football. Down the sidelines, cuts back, and knocked out of bounds at about the 30. Pick up a 47 yards by the #1 rusher in the Mid-American Conference.
And David Fluellen establishes that he's well A-okay as he makes a nice cutback move to get into the hole, and then right there pushes off the defender to say, you know what, you're not bringing me down. Have to be impressed with the young man's effort playing with injury.
Back to live action. Olins to Olak inside the 25-yard line for a short gain on first down. The Toledo offense, Zach Karen and Greg Mance. Chance to play on Sundays and Mondays when they leave their college careers. Mance is a junior, by the way, and they'll look at the playmakers. Bernard Reedy considered to be the fastest rocket on offense. Back in the hands of Fluellen. There is a penalty flag, and Fluellen is dropped for a loss of 3. DJ Lynch, the Buck linebacker, up to make the tackle.
Offside. Defense number 8. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's on Cameron Truss, one of the corners. That's why the Falcons got such a good jump and a good surge on that play, apparently.
Yeah, you just had a big play run against you. You're in position to come back with another freebie. You have to get settled and get things together because you do not want to have a situation where Toledo just marches down the football field.
And those 5 yards, Gerard gives a first down to the Rockets, who are threatening to score. Now in the red zone. Empty backfield. Fluellen comes over to Owens and gets the handoff. Fluellen cuts back down to the 15-yard line, still churning those legs to the 14, maybe the 13, and a pickup of 6.
You like the fact that he's patient with running the ball, Jim. And then once he establishes where he wants to go, he has conviction of how he delivers the run.
Falcons leading the FBS in red zone defense at 50%, although it's a little misleading. They have not given up a field goal in 5 missed attempts. 2nd and 4. Quarterback keep. Make that Fluellen keeping a football inside the 5, down to the 4, and another first down and a gain of 9 by David Fluellen.
Fluellen is showing no signs of having any back problems or back spasms or whatnot. Nice hole and blocking by the offensive line, and when you have holes like that, heck, you can probably be on crutches and make a first down.
A little gimpy as he approaches the sidelines. 2 carries already, 56 yards, and again that bad back coming into this week's action. 1st and goal for the Rockets. Owens will give on the jet sweep. And a carry down to the 1. The other running back of consideration today for Toledo is Kareem Hunt, who ran 15 times for 127 yards and 2 scores last week in that double overtime victory.
They're very impressed with Kareem Hunt's ability as a true freshman to step out on the football field and do what's necessary. And you wonder, Jim, if you shot the load too quick with Fluellen by having exposed so many runs early on in this game.
We'll see how that matters as he is out of the game again. Handoff again on the jet sweep toward the end zone. Touchdown! On a touchdown from 2 yards out of the Rockets in this I-75 showdown. Strike first.
Credit Fluellen and credit Hunt for coming in and doing spot duty, finding the hole and running with conviction.
That will elude the hands of linebacker Paul Swan. Jeremiah Detmer, who's having a splendid season this year, has been perfect on PATs, 24 for 24. Under 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter, and the Rockets, first time they have the football, march right down the field, aided by a Fluellen run of 47 yards and this 2-yard touchdown run by the true freshman Hunt. 36-yard drive accomplished in 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Drive that featured 65 yards on the ground for the Rockets, who have taken a 7-0 lead in this I-75 showdown. And the question now, though, is the health of David Fluellen, who went on to the game after 3 carries for 61 yards, and again, nurturing that bad back.
Yeah, he's nurturing the bad back. And you say to yourself, did he do too much early on that drive? Because he was primarily responsible for all the yards that was picked up. You'd like to see him return because he is a difference maker, and it will make a huge difference in the production for this Rockets offense if he does not see the field again.
Well, his head coach, Gerard, Matt Campbell, said I wanted to see at the beginning if he could give it a go. He had practice this week toward the end of the week, but lightly on Thursday. Jeremiah Detmer to kick for the second time today for the Rockets. That is, if the football is able to hold its position. Have about a 22-mile-an-hour wind. And now DJ Larkins, backup safety, will come over to help out. He's number 12. 85 Detmer with just an outstanding leg. This is in the playing field at the 2-yard line. Ronnie Moore, 35. He's going to be naturally marked out of bounds at the 45 after a return of 43 yards, but he was going to keep it going just in case.
Exactly. You're never too sure. The more catches the ball cleanly, but what you like is his ability to hit the holes in the seams and see what he likes, and then turns up the football field. And right about here is where he steps out. But you cannot fault him for keep on going. You don't hear the whistle blown, you keep going.
Just making sure that they saw what happened. So off this 43-yard kickoff return, Bowling Green in great field position to start this drive from its own 45.
And you wonder what he's getting coached up on right there.
Johnson back to work as the Falcons trail 7-0 in this game. A sophomore quarterback out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The give is the Green. He gets blown up and smoked back to the 38-yard line. That's Chase Murdoch, number 40, from his middle linebacker spot.
And this play was dead to rights because of the lack of a blocking ability to get upfield by the offensive line. But right there, Chase Murdoch explodes into Green. And you see them clean up right here. Bam, you will feel that in the morning.
Give credit to 99 defensive end Alan Covington for the initial hit. Murdoch had 15 tackles in that win against Navy a week ago. It's a tough game for the Toledo Rockets against a team like Navy, which runs the football early and often. And now Johnson tripped up behind the line of scrimmage, and Bowling Green going back the other way.
And you see Johnson trips on his own lineman. And at this point in the game, it is more than fair to say that the Rockets are winning on the line of scrimmage. And you're going to have to do something for this Toledo, for this Bowling Green offensive line to give your quarterback some protection as well as Green some ability to run.
Jacob Bennett, one of the 2 redshirt freshmen on that offensive line for Bowling Green. 3rd and 19. Must get the football to the Rockets' 45 to continue the drive.
And what do you have for third down and forever? Hard play to call.
Johnson steps up and looks, and still looks. Now running toward the sidelines and throws. Ball caught. 50-yard line, short of the first down as he hooks up with Sean Joplin. But instead of 4th and 19, it is now 4th and 4.
And credit Johnson with the scrambling ability to elude the rush. No one's open downfield, but he keeps the play alive because he can run with the ball. Delivers a pass, but not enough, obviously, for the first down.
And because of that, Ryan Schmittebusch will attempt his 26th punt of the year. Bernard Reedy is back. He'll let it roll, and with that wind as a factor, the ball will eventually roll dead at the 11-yard line. Let's see if David Fluellen returns for the Toledo Rockets. We'll get to that story in a moment. 7-0 Toledo, 3:27 remaining opening quarter.
David Fluellen on the shelf for the moment. Came in with a bad back injury and got shaken up on this play as Toledo was marching for its first score.
All right, and nothing exceptional about the tackle or the way that Fluellen falls down. He's walking gingerly and holding his knee, so you think that he must have just fell the wrong way.
And they'll go to an empty set without him. Dangerous pass. Incomplete, intended for Reedy on a bubble screen. Second down. So Terrence Owens, for the time being, must be without their top running back in David Fluellen.
Yeah, 3 rushes for 61 yards. You may think that he do too much early on coming out to end battle with injury. But if you're Toledo, you have to say to yourself, we have to take this on. We can't be a team with just one person. We have to do more with Fluellen out the game.
Yeah, I wanted to find out from the beginning if Fluellen was able to give it a go, and he is right now on the bench. On 2nd and 10, another jet sweep and a big opening in the secondary. Hunt carries the football up to the 27-yard line at a gain of 16. It's a good-looking freshman who's a big physical tailback with a lot of ability.
Yes. Hunt runs with conviction also. What you like more than anything is that hole. You can throw a semi through there. If you're going to get blocking like that, Hunt will be in the hunt.
Yeah. He came in at 200 pounds. He's been bumped up 15, 18 pounds to 215, 218 now. Rockets leading 7-0 on a 2-yard touchdown run by Hunt. Bowling Green puts 8 in the box. And it doesn't matter. First down carry. This one to the 41-yard line by Hunt. So back-to-back first down rushes for the freshman who hails out of Willoughby, Ohio.
Back-to-back first down rushes, but what's common in these back-to-back plays is the blocking. Look at the hole right there. Hunt will run through that all day if you allow him to. Impressive effort thus far with this offensive line for the Toledo Rockets.
Yeah, speaking of that, Zach Karen is the starting center. Greg Mance, the starting right guard. Both have NFL ambitions, and Karen, who's a senior, is going to get a look.
Well, you keep blocking like that, your ambitions will become reality.
Oh, yeah. Spoken honestly by a 3-time Super Bowl champion for the New England Patriots, Gerard Cherry.
I know it hurt you to say that.
Yeah, simple toss to Russell, the playmaker on the Rockets, along with Reedy, and the catch is made and a gallop out of bounds to the 48. That's a good pickup on first down to 7.
And that's what you want. Positive plays on first down. Now you can take a chance, go deep if you like. Waist down.
Here's a look at Mance, who hails out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Owens to keep, trying to cut it back, and he's near the sticks. Brought down by the Rover linebacker, Gabe Martin.
As we watch this game unfold, Jim, you see that Toledo, they're in step. They're lock and key. You look at what's going on inside for Bowling Green, they're off balance defensively and the same as offense. So you're going to have to gather yourself. Sometimes being these rival games, you get so amped up, you forget that you have to go out there and play complete football.
Good point. Pickup of 3 by Owens. First down at the 49 of Bowling Green. And a fast-moving opening quarter. Going a lot of jet sweeps so far without Fluellen, and that's a pickup to the 45 by Damian Jones-Moore, his first carry of the game and his 23rd of the season.
If you're Coach Matt Campbell, you have to be excited the fact that your primary playmaker on offense is out of the game and David Fluellen, but yet you're still moving the football down the field.
Jones-Moore, another one of those good-looking freshmen on the field today. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. On 2nd and 6, Jones-Moore back with the quarterback Owens. And back with the football. Charging his way toward the first down. He is short by 3. It'll be 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 3.
And one thing we should take into account as well is that Bowling Green had a week off. And when you have a week off, you're rusty. It takes you some time to get your timing and your sense of direction back. So that may be the issue right now as things stand.
Rockets made it the 4th straight game with a touchdown in the first offensive series, trying to continue this drive and stay on schedule with 20 seconds to go, opening quarter. Falcons with 8 in the box. Russell, 6'4", catch. And good enough for the first down. Alonzo Russell had the ESPN Sports Center catch of the year a few weeks back with a one hand.
That's one thing we know about Russell. He can't catch the improbable as well as the easy.
That's the end of the first quarter. Rockets right now dominating and moving toward a potential second score without their star running back David Fluellen. The Falcons and the Rockets meeting for the 78th time, and right now Toledo has a one-touchdown edge. Start the second quarter. Jim Barber and Gerard Cherry. It's cold outside, baby. 42 degrees at kickoff and likely dropping as we get into the late afternoon. First and 10 for Toledo from the 37. Hunt dragging the tackler with him and then finally brought down after a gain of 9.
And Hunt shows right there, Jimmy, he doesn't need blocking. He can sometimes run through a tackler if necessary. This freshman has a bright future.
And it was last week in that win over Navy, Gerard, where he really picked up the slack with 127 yards to help out David Fluellen. Kind of burst on the scene with that game, and now with Fluellen on the bench with a potential injury, he is leading the ground game. Second and short. Back to Hunt. Gobbled up at the sticks at the 27-yard line. The Rockets trying to keep pace with Ball State, which was leading Akron 27-16 in the third, and with Northern Illinois, who takes on Eastern Michigan in about 20 minutes.
And one thing on this run, Hunt, take it to the outside. Use your vision. Sometimes it's not necessary to actually follow the play design. Span your horizons.
That's about a half foot short of a first down. 3rd and 1 already, has 45 yards on 6 carries. Now they'll shift to the right side and the strong side. Owens throwing on 3rd and 1 out of the backfield. Got a receiver. First down. It's Hunt. Tackle at a 24-yard line, but this drive continues for the Rockets.
And nothing fancy about the play. Find an open receiver. Hunt's wide open into the flat because someone missed their assignment. Nice spin move by Hunt and able to pick up the first down.
Offensive coordinator Jason Candle. The Rockets has to be pleased with what he's seen so far. Now Owens with a look to the sidelines. Ready to operate on 1st and 10 from the 23 of Bowling Green. It's Hunt trying to run to the outside. And on first down, he picks up 5. And the thing about the Rockets so far is they're making that first down a substantial down so far.
Yes, they are. First leads to second short. Second and short leads to a good opportunity to pick up a positive yards and a first down. And see Terrence Owens say, you know, let me get involved and do something. And you are encouraged when your quarterback is willing to put his neck on the line, because normally those guys aren't known for that type of behavior.
Tom Brady do that kind of thing with the Patriots?
Nah, they got rules so you don't touch him, so you know he wasn't doing that.
In practice or otherwise,
otherwise, right? Exactly.
Second and 5. Toledo back in the red zone. We're converted a touchdown moments ago. And Hunt, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Probably lost a yard on the play. Jarius Campbell, 90, was up there. They make that Jones Moore carrying the football there. DJ Lynch up there as well. Coming into today with 23 solo tackles. That brings up a third down and 5. No gain on the play. And the big play here in our football game in the first half. Broken up at the line of scrimmage. 93, Ted Olway got a hold of it. So Ouellette with a deflection now brings Toledo to a 4th and 5 and a field goal attempt.
And Ouellette does what you're taught to do. If you're at a stalemate with the offensive line, jump up and make something happen. Play volleyball, shift sports, an effective play right there by Ouellette.
The punter, Vince Penza, will hold. Jeremiah Detmer, 12 of 13 this year, will attempt a 35-yarder. Plenty of distance. Kick is good. Detmer, who had a streak of 23 consecutive field goals interrupted in this season, nails it. There is a penalty flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Defense number 23. After this, it's the goal, automatic first down.
Aaron Foster's a guilty party. Take 3 off the board and make it 1st and goal for the Rockets.
And you love Aaron Foster's effort, but we talked about it before. When you get into these rivalry games, you may do too much. Sometimes you need to let things just happen for you and not overcompensate, and that's a perfect example right there.
They'll spot the football at the 9, so for Matt Campbell and the Rockets, 1st and goal.
Costly penalty.
We'll see how costly in a moment. Coming in, Bowling Green, best team in the country in the red zone, but has already allowed a touchdown. Owens in the shotgun. Hunt coming over to his right. Play clock at 2. The give is to Hunt, trying to bounce outside. Not going to happen. Loses 6 on the play. Cole Swan, the Mike linebacker, who had 11 tackles last week or 2 weeks ago against Mississippi State, comes on the scene and a huge loss on first down.
Now, Kareem, in high school, that would have worked because you were faster and stronger than everyone. But you are now in Division I football. You cannot run laterally like that. You got to get it up the field.
This is the 17th play of this drive, which started way back at the Toledo 11. Rockets 7, Falcons nothing. Ball now at the 15. Owens with a motion to his receivers, and before the play clock expires, Toledo takes its first half timeout.
First timeout, Toledo, full media timeout.
We'll see what the Rockets put together when we come back on second down. They lead 7-0 in this game, the battle of I-75 rivals. These are either the bravest souls here at Deutsch Perry Stadium, or they didn't get invited to the party.
Well, it looks at things, they're having their own party.
Yeah. Matt Campbell and the Rockets after the timeout with a 2nd and 15 from the 15. Terrence Owens is the senior quarterback. Out of the backfield to Hunt. Kadeem Hunt to the 13 and a gain of a couple.
And you see right there why Bowling Green's defense is so special in the red zone. They increase their intensity. You can see it. For the most part, Toledo has been able to do anything in the red zone.
Mike Alco is the defensive coordinator for Bowling Green. Been able to stop the Falcons, have a number of 4th and 1s this year inside the red zone. 3rd and goal. Owens looks to his left and throws. Little bubble screen. Not much there. Falcons able to contain and knock receiver Russell out of bounds. So we're back to Detmer attempting a field goal, although a flag has come down as this feisty rivalry heightens up a little bit here. We'll see what this is about. That's our referee, Greg Bloom.
Should never be surprised when you see these type of penalties thrown in a rivalry game. Wouldn't be surprised if it was a personal foul involved.
Bowling Green had a 15-yard hit on the kicker moments ago that led to points being taken off the board and a 1st and goal for Toledo. Now Dave Clausen and the Falcons will await this decision.
There's no foul for holding. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 8. Half the distance to the goal, automatic 1st down.
Twice in this drive, penalties are killing the Falcons.
You can't bail out your opponent. And I'm not surprised because of the magnitude of the game, what's taking place out there, because you don't like these guys. They are Carstown rivals, but you have to play within yourself and be smart. And right there you see and that's iffy because you want to get a guy off you. But officials are told to look for that because it is a rivalry game.
That penalty on number 8, Cam Truss. 1st and goal for the Rockets now from the 5, and this drive has been taking most of this first half, it seems. Owens with a look to his left, and now they'll shift the receiver / running back, and Hunt to the right of him. On 1st down, Owens to the end zone. Touchdown, Alonzo Russell.
And we know Russell is capable of making the highlight catch, and he shows you again that he has that ability with the one-hand grab, trying to duplicate what he did to get on SportsCenter in the first place. Nice execution and throw by Owens to put it where only his receiver Russell could catch it. And this is basically a back shoulder fade throw, and nice concentration and effort by Alonzo Russell to make the play for the score.
And able to push off the defender Cam Truss. He did have possession. 13-0 Rockets, and Jeremiah Detmer for the extra point. He continues his perfection on the season, 26 for 26. 2 15-yard penalties on Bowling Green, killers. And then Owens hooks up with Alonzo Russell, his 4th touchdown of the season. The dissatisfaction from head coach Dave Clawson of Bowling Green. 2 huge penalties in their side of the field led to first downs. First and goal, and Owens able to tee up with that back shoulder fade to Alonzo Russell as Terrence throws his 6th touchdown pass of the year.
Coach Clawson wants to push off on Russell, but you're not going to get that call, and I know that from experience. DBs do not get that call.
Gee, were you a DB in the other life? Of course you were, right?
Exactly.
This one over the head of Ronnie Moore, so this time he can't duplicate his terrific kickoff return moments ago, 43 yards. That was a 19-play, 89-yard drive, Gerard. It took almost 9 minutes.
Time, possession, domination right there. But more importantly, you saw a balanced attack. You saw the pass, you saw the run, and you didn't see number 22, David Fluellen, on the football field. So you're encouraged, if you're the Toledo Rockets, that your best player on offense is not there, and you're still finding ways to move the football down the field and score.
By the way, speaking of David Fluellen, the running back for the Rockets, he injured his left ankle. His return is questionable. So this kid shaken up in the Navy game with an upper back sprain. Tried to give it a go today. Had 3 carries for 61 yards and then hobbled out. Lots of work for Bowling Green, already down by 2 scores. Trying to stay even with Buffalo in the race in the East. Johnson on first down, throwing it down the field. That was intended for Sean Joplin, but there's a penalty flag on the play.
Number 27, 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
And that penalty against the freshman Jordan Martin will make this Bowling Green contingent of fans a little happier.
And I know I have a DB bias. Come on, this is what you call a makeup call. The ball wasn't even catchable. It was 2 yards out of bounds. I understand that you may have blown the call for the touchdown, but you can't take it out on an innocent DB.
I thought makeups were only allegedly in the NBA.
They live in the college game and pro as well. Football, at least.
Yep. First and 10 now for Bowling Green at its own 40. Falcons have had 2 weeks off since that heartbreaking loss to Mississippi State, 21-20. Travis Green trying to run wide. Penalty flag on this play. Green tripped up at the 48-yard line, got a gain of 8, but this flag was thrown in the backfield and will be a hold against the Falcons.
Holding. Offense number 53, 10-yard penalty, first down.
It's on Logan Dietz. He's the redshirt freshman, one of the 2 freshman tackles in the starting lineup for Bowling Green.
And thus far in this contest, the narrative for the Bowling Green Falcons is that you look like a team that's not played in 2 weeks. You have to get it together. Silly penalties and poor execution won't cut it.
Head Coach Clawson said earlier this week on that subject, he said it's good to have a bye during the season. You get some injured guys rested and healed, but the other problem is you lose some of your momentum. First and 20, Johnson underneath on a pass to the 35-yard line. Silvestri with a tackle of the Wes Welker type receiver, Ryan Burbank.
As Burbank comes back and makes his play, dropped one earlier, and you like Matt Johnson holding in there and remaining calm, and that's the key, having poise in the pocket. You can have that as a quarterback. You have a chance, and your offense can do positive things.
Burbank got 5 on the play. 2nd and 15. Johnson looking to his right and throwing to his right. Pass completed at 85. Heath Jackson, his 8th catch of the season, so it's now 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 3.
And you're working with the wind now, but more importantly, you're starting to get a rhythm. This is a play right here, simple curl pattern, allows Johnson, the quarterback, to get his sense of timing and rhythm back because of that 2-week time off.
Johnson is 3 for 6 in this game and operates again out of the shotgun. 6 feet, 215-pound sophomore. Got the starting job early in this 2013 season. Looks to get the first down, incomplete and intended for Sean Joplin. And that will bring on the Falcon punting group.
Unfortunately, that was not intercepted. Can't throw into a crowd. And you see right here, You cannot force balls into coverage, and you're very fortunate, Matt Johnson, is that was not picked off.
Cheatham Norrells and Chaz Whitaker back defending for Toledo. Bernard Reedy is back to return a Schmidt-Busch punt. And it's short. Will be blown dead at the 29-yard line. A punt of just 24 yards. Right now it's all Rockets. 14-0 halfway through the second quarter. Campus of Bowling Green University, the Rockets lead the Falcons 14-0. Gerard Cherry, who started at the University of California, the Cal Bears, and Jim Barber, and that's Matt Campbell. Those Rockets have come in here even without David Fluellen, who played just 3 downs in this game, gained 61 yards. They've really controlled the line of scrimmage and been aided by numerous Bowling Green penalties. Rockets have the ball now after a poor punt from their own 33. Owens to Russell. And Russell to pick up a 9. Alonzo Russell, who stands 6'4", and well, you were an outstanding corner and safety. How do you defend a guy like that?
You have to get to Russell early and often. You have to press him and not allow him to have a free release, and no one's playing him right now, and that's due to the success of that jet sweep, because as a DB, you're now more worried and concerned about the run as opposed to playing the pass.
So they're playing off of Russell.
Yes, they are. They're respecting the speed, but you have to challenge him.
Right now they'll do just that. They were 8 yards off. Now they'll go one-on-one as Owens rolls to his left. And will keep the football. Gets a first down. Nice fake up to midfield and a gain of 9 by senior quarterback Terrence Owens.
It is such a luxury, Jim, when you have a quarterback that can beat you with his arm as well as his feet. And you see right here with Owens, he's looking, sees nothing there. Says, you know what? Time this thing out, went on the football field. A nice move right there to sell the fake to keep up making positive yards.
And now to the other side for Alonzo Russell, who breaks 1 tackle, cuts upfield, and is marked down at the 41-yard line and a gain of 9. And Toledo continues to have great success on first down.
Yes, they do. And Alonzo Russell is showing you that he's a multi-dimensional receiver, because he can also hurt you with the catch and run it afterwards.
To Hunt. Down to the 21-yard line and a pickup 21 yards for Kareem Hunt. And right now this Rocket offense is carving up the Falcons. Hunt now 64 yards in the first half.
And Kareem Hunt will want to put this on his highlight reel this run. Watch the play at the end where he runs through the defender and says, "You're not bringing me down." And that's a freshman running with that type of conviction.
Carries again up the middle, another big hole, and down to the 16. Make that the 11, and a pickup of close to 10. And that front group of Hendershot, Myers, Karen, Nance, and Nelson, boy, they're carving away right now.
And Coach Clausen may want to call a timeout because his defense is reeling right now. They need to regroup.
Hunt got 9, and now Forge is ahead. Hendershot trying to push him in that pile, along with 67, Karen.
And it's debilitating to you as a defender when they're able to run at you. You take a pass, that doesn't hurt your feelings, but when a guy goes imano and runs on you like that, that hurts your feelings.
I think the Falcons are really out of sync after that 2-week layoff.
It's showing. Conditioning-wise as well. Nothing like being in football shape.
There's Karen, who's the best interior lineman on this team, up for the Outland Trophy Award. First in goal for the Rockets, who have scored twice in the red zone against the #1 defending team in the red zone this year. Owens calls his own number and tripped up after a gain of 2. Terrence Owens, who spends a lot of time in the film room, and according to his coaches, he just loves the game.
You have to be a student of the game if you want to get to the next level. And I would appreciate for him, in his own sanctity and safety, stay out of the middle of the football field. Take that to the outside.
Not a good spot for the quarterback.
No,
right?
Your film study should have showed you that.
Second and goal. Bunch receivers to the right of Owens. Looks to throw, steps up, fires, end zone. Touchdown. Owens' second touchdown pass of the game to Bernard Reedy.
And this is what occurs when your offensive line gives you the time to allow this play to develop, because this is not a quick developing play, but Owens sticks with the receiver Reedy, and Reedy makes a tuck acrobatic catch and comes down with the football. But that's all due to the line and win at the line of scrimmage. You see it right here. Reedy's concentrating, knows he's going to take a hit. He absorbs it, makes the play.
At 5'9", he can go up big in traffic. Jeremiah Detmer on for the extra point.
The touchdown the previous play is under further review.
We're going to take a look at that and make sure it was indeed a touchdown for Reedy. His left hand is the question here.
Well, I'm more concerned with his possession, and if you're going to base off that, he's out of bounds.
Right. And so replay official Harold Dinas has decided that that's a play worth taking another look at, and so up to the booth we go. If it stands for Bernard Reedy, his 4th touchdown reception of the year, and his 19th in a stellar career.
And if you're Reedy, you're saying to yourself, come on, man, I just got hit in the head, slammed to the ground, you're going to take that away from me?
I caught it in triple coverage.
That was my chance to be on SportsCenter.
81 Alex Smolik was deciding for the officials that was clearly a touchdown, but again, the left hand out of bounds.
After review, the ruling in the field is confirmed touchdown.
But in fact, he had possession before that hand came down.
Exactly.
And so now we can attempt the extra point with Toledo owning a 3-touchdown lead. I think if you told Matt Campbell his team would be up by 20 points in the first half, he'd probably look at you with a very quizzical glance.
And if you couple that with your #1 offensive threat, David Fluellen was out.
Yep.
He'd probably be in shock as well.
Detmer now 27 of 27 in extra points. Off the snap from Matt Wall and the hole by Vince Penza. All Toledo trying to keep pace with Ball State, which beat Akron today, and Northern Illinois, which is expected to beat Eastern Michigan later this afternoon. And for Dave Clausen, been rough. Haven't been able to defend Terrence Owens, who's 10 for 13 and 2 touchdown throws.
Yeah, the scoreboard tells you that something's out of sync for the Bowling Green Falcons, and it's prevalent. Key when you're coming off these byes is that you want to increase that tempo and you want to be emotional and all those things, but if you don't have execution, it's all null and void. And right now we're seeing the ill effects of that if you are a Bowling Green Falcons supporter.
The Falcons have to find a way to get out of the funk.
They're in it deep.
Ronnie Moore and Jordan Hopgood, number 4, Morris number 5, back to return. And Moore has a return of 43 yards in this game for Bowling Green. Still a lot of time left in the football game as Detmer kicks this one deep. And the Falcons will start this drive inside their own 20. Tom Matukowicz is the defensive coordinator of the Rockets, who have dialed in on Bowling Green here in the first half. Falcons threaten to score on their opening drive, and that's been it.
And generally when you're game planning for a team for 2 weeks, and that's essentially what Bowling Green has been doing, you think they would have the beat on the Rockets for Toledo, but it's not been the case today.
And the Rockets got beat up a bit against Navy with all those cut blocks that they had last week in that triple option they ran. In a game that was extended into 2 overtimes, but Toledo right now looking like the fresher unit. This drive to begin at the 19. Falcons have all 3 timeouts remaining in the first half, and here's Johnson. Plenty of time to throw. Incomplete.
And that route took forever and a day to develop, and you have to come down with that ball via Burbrink. So offensive line gave you time. You got to run to the ball and not dive for it.
Burbrink is considered to be a good route runner, and again, the comparison, if you wanted to put him in the same category as the type of receiver that the pros have, would be Wes Welker. Again for the 19, and again Toledo rushing just 3. Find a hole in the middle of that coverage. It's a first down up to the 30-yard line. Jared Cohen getting a chance to start today in place of the injured Chris Gallen. Cohen right now is down.
Johnson goes through his progression, spots his man for an easy throw and catch. And you wonder, pounding your knee on that hard turf does do some damage to you.
Cameron Cole, 28, back defending on the play, excuse me.
And you hope that Cohen's okay, but we saw something similar with Fluellen as well. Because underneath that padding, yeah, they have the rubber pellets or whatnot, but there's concrete. And it does hurt, especially with cold weather like this.
Cohen replaces Gallen, who suffered a knee injury in the Mississippi State game, and he is done for the season. And Gallen, up to the point of the injury 2 weeks ago, had taken 90% of the snaps. That's a huge loss. And now the injury to Cohen, and they're getting depleted at the wide receiver spot.
As you see him struggling to put weight on that knee. That's that telltale sign. One of the reasons why you appreciate playing on grass sometimes, especially with a softer surface.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, yes. Besides the turf burns, which they pretty much eliminated because of the plastic is much better now. If that makes any sense, but it is. But yes, a hard surface out there, especially with the cold weather.
Talk a little basketball around Thanksgiving, November 21st, 22nd, and 14th at Charleston Classic. The tickets and information, 843-953-2632. This time Tyler Beck on the receiving end, number 89.
It's interesting because Bowling Green has, for the most part, abandoned the run and relied primarily on the pass. And that makes a lot of sense when you consider how much the defensive line for Toledo has been controlling the trenches.
Now Beck comes to the sidelines, a little gimpy.
Must be some serious hitting going on out there, Jim.
Oh, man. It's a rivalry game. Johnson in trouble. Gets rid of it. First down catch. Toss to Heath Jackson on the outside. Well, maybe some of these short passes that have been converted into first downs will start to loosen up that Toledo defense a bit.
Yeah, and you hope that Toledo says, you know, we're going to stop these nickel and dime plays, bite up, and you can beat them with something big. But also, you want to see if you can get Travis Green reestablished and back into this football game, because you've gone away from one of your primary playmakers if you are Bowling Green.
Toledo's a 3-4 defense. They can put 4 guys with their hands in the dirt, though. But have been able to get good pressure so far with 3 rushing. Right now they come with 4. Falcons trying to run to the near side. It's Green. Blown up at the 48-yard line after a pickup of 5. Chase Murdoch, who can run from end to end pretty quickly and effectively.
Yeah, Chase Murdoch must have some personal against Green, because every chance he gets to tackle him, he lets it be known.
He is 4th in the conference at tackles at almost 10 a game, and also has 6 tackles for losses. That's in the top 10 in the MAC as well.
Wonder what he's benching with those arms.
Bowling Green had passed 8 in a row before that run. Johnson running for the first down. He's got it. Down to the 42-yard line and a gain of 8 as we approach 2 minutes in the first half.
And a wise move by the offensive coordinator of Bowling Green. Keep this defense off balance. Mix and run, mix and pass, and credit the offensive line for prying the holes for Johnson to make that play.
Warren Ruggiero is the offensive coordinator. His team, surprisingly, has been shut out in the first half. 3 timeouts remaining, though, for the Falcons. And the football at the Toledo 42. Back to Green. Nice move to the outside. Still going with a football. He'll be marked out of bounds at the 22-yard line and a pickup of 20.
And that was exactly what I was suggesting. You have a playmaker like Green in the backfield, utilize him. And you find the hole, you hit it, you explode outside. Nice stutter step move to pick up more positive yards. And now you start to see things trickle and trend for the Bowling Green offense.
Jared, prior to that, he had 7 carries for 3 yards. 3 yards.
Yes. And the reason why was that Toledo defensive line front was playing out of its mind.
Averaging exactly 6 yards per carry coming in. 1st and 10, Bowling Green at the Toledo 21. They fake the jet sweep, and Johnson running out of trouble for the moment. Looking down the field, he'll get rid of it.
Considering that as a primary play of the Toledo offense, it'll be hard pressed to fool them.
Dave Clausen thought there should have been a roughing the passer penalty as Johnson was thrown down to the 35, and you at home now can judge.
The Toledo defense sees this play every day at practice when they scrimmage against their own offense. And right there, it's iffy. It looks worse than what it is.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything too violent about that. But the way calls have gone against Bowling Green today, you know Clausen's going to stick up for his guy.
Oh, yeah. Throw the home field advantage out the window.
2nd and 10, and the Falcons need a touchdown. This drive started back at their 19th, 9th play of the drive. Toledo blitzes. Johnson recognizes, runs straight ahead for the first down. And still going to football down to the 8.
It is such a luxury to have a quarterback that can see things and make it happen with his feet when the pass is not there. And nice hard-nosed running by Johnson to pick up the first down on this play.
Bowling Green will use a timeout. I think that Toledo using a timeout here, rather. So Bowling Green keeps its timeout, so we'll have a 1st and goal for the 8. Clausen still giving an earful to the officiating crew. We'll identify this group. Line judge, by the way, in the middle of the picture is Jeff Meslow. Headlinesman Chris Garner. Umpire Ed Feaster. Bob McElwee is the field judge. The side judge is Grady Smith. And Doug Warrens is the back judge. And you've seen Greg Bloom, the lead official, on a number of occasions with a white hat.
And you can't fault Clausen for making that move. It got him a pass interference play a quarter ago, so it makes sense. Work the refs. If they make a bad call, they might try to give you a makeup call.
See how Matt Campbell and defensive coordinator Tom Matukowicz defend Bowling Green now that the Falcons are in the red zone. So when play resumes, a $1:16 remains in the first half. Matt Johnson has run for 2 first downs in this drive. The Fake to the man in motion. Quarterback keep. Johnson straight ahead across the 5-yard line down to the 2. Well, right now this is turning out to be their best running machinery.
Yes, it is. Utilize your quarterback, and don't be surprised if you see a play where you have that jet sweep fake action in a pass coming off that into the boundary.
No reason for the Falcons to hurry because they don't want the Rockets to get the ball back.
No, they don't.
And it's second now and 3, and still 3 timeouts remain. From the shotgun. Hopgood straight ahead, trying to power his way to the end zone. Short of the goal line. It'll be 3rd and 1. And Bowling Green now we use the timeout.
30-second timeout.
And Hopgood, bigger back, lowers the shoulder, tries to get in there. That defense front for the Toledo Rockets hold their own.
If they get stopped on 3rd down, I don't think there's any doubt they're going to go for a touchdown because field goal does them very little good at this point.
Yeah, it may look good on the scoreboard, but it definitely doesn't give you a sense of we have a chance and opportunity in this game. And if anything, it might crush their morale.
Yep. So Hopgood got 2 yards on the play. Now 3rd and goal from the 1.
Surprised we haven't seen Houston in this situation.
Yeah.
260-pound running back freshman.
Good short yardage player who's already had a number of touchdowns this year. Bowling Green on 3rd down, 2 for 3 today. This is an important 3rd down, maybe the most important of the first half. Travis Green now in the backfield with Johnson, and Toledo will use a timeout.
And this is what we call gamesmanship.
Yep. Let's see what you're going to show us, and now we'll use our last timeout to set our defense accordingly.
Now, if you really want to be creative, if you're Coach Clausen, I would bring Houston in. You know what? We're going to run the football. Stop us. And go into the halftime saying if you do score, we have the momentum back, and we're going to play a powerful brand of football.
It's interesting you should mention that because Houston has only 75 yards running the football this year, but 7 touchdowns. So this really is the situation where he is typically called in.
Right. He's probably scratching his head wondering, why am I not in there?
Right now, Green is the lone running back in the shotgun formation with Johnson. 3rd and goal from the 1. Everybody standing at Deutsch Perry Stadium. Quarterback sneak. Straight ahead with a surge. Touchdown. Got some help from the O-line there.
Hey, you allow them push. It's not an extra point in the NFL.
Looked like a Matt
goal.
Leinart, Reggie Bush carry against Notre Dame a few years ago.
Yeah, it still works. That's a heads-up play by the offensive lineman. You appreciate that. You got to think on your feet. And watch this Bear doing the right thing. And Johnson able to score.
Tight end Alex Bayer, number 82, with a good push. Tyler Tate for the extra point. All the haul from Schmidt-Busch. Good snap from Hohenstein, and Bowling Green is within 2 scores at 21-7. That was a critical drive that took 12 plays, 81 yards, and lasted 4 minutes.
Critical and much needed. You go into halftime saying to yourself, okay, we can get back in this game. We're getting a sense of rhythm. We're getting our timing back. Now let's go out here and shut these guys out for the Rockets. That's what you have to be telling your team if you're Coach Clausen for the Falcons.
No, especially since the Rockets get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
But with 24 seconds left, we might want to wait to play the rest of his half before you start thinking that far ahead.
Yep. 3rd touchdown of the year by Matt Johnson, the sophomore quarterback, rushing the football anyway. And Dave Clausen has rebuilt this Bowling Green team. 2-10 when he took over. Contenders now for a division championship and needing a win today to stay even with Buffalo. It's a drive that was evenly split between passes and rushes. 5 passes, 7 rushes, and the last 4 plays were on the ground. You wouldn't think they'd kick to Bernard Reedy, who has a number of returns for touchdowns. He is deep, back at the Toledo 5. (21-7) our score in this meeting of I-75 rivals. Toledo won last year 27-15 and has won the last 3. That Clausen won the first one as head coach at Bowling Green, hasn't won since. A game that's featured a very strong wind, hasn't been much of a factor yet as nobody has lined up to attempt a field goal, but it has been apparent on kickoffs.
And also the team with the wind to their back have taken advantage of that through the course of this game as well.
Backup quarterback James Kanapke will come in and hold now.
Now what happens if he has to make a tackle?
I don't know. From the 35, a boomer. Reedy to return for the goal line, a foot in. Reedy to the 30, still with a football, out of bounds to the 35-yard line.
Well, we just found out.
Yep.
I posed the question, what happens if he has to make the tackle? And he shows you right here.
Pretty good play.
Yeah, nice tackle right there by the kicker. Normally those guys don't make those.
That was Tyler Tate, number 98, and the first half is over. Toledo Rockets without David Fluellen, minus 3 plays in this game. Jumped on Bowling Green 21-0. The Falcons get a score at the end of the first half, and that's where we lend ourselves to a 20-minute halftime break with a score of 21-7 in favor of Matt Campbell and Toledo. A cold, windy day in the campus of Bowling Green University, and a lot of fight in both teams. But right now, the Rockets, led by Fluellen, who played for part of the first half, and Alonzo Russell, have jumped to a 2-touchdown lead.
Any last requests, Mr. Baldwin?
Mind grabbing my phone and opening the Capital One Purchase Eraser? I need to redeem some venture miles before my demise.
Okay.
It's easy to erase any recent travel expense I want. Just pick that flight right there, give it a few taps, and it's taken care of.
This is pretty easy, and I see it works on hotels too.
You bet. Now, if you like that, press the red button on top. How did he not see that coming? What's in your wallet?
This is the Capital One Halftime Report.
Welcome into the ESPN3 Halftime Report presented by Capital One. I'm John Brickley. Coming up, we'll join the ESPN Goal Line Network in progress, as that'll get you caught up to date with all the action that's going on today. Goal Line features unlimited live cut-ins, highlights, and analysis from the biggest matchups throughout the day. But first, let's take a look at this week's Capital One Cup Impact performance from Thursday night. Mississippi State sophomore quarterback Dak Prescott put together a career night in the 28-22 win over Kentucky. Prescott set career highs in passing yards with 268, completions with 23, and attempts as well with 34. He also caught a touchdown off a 17-yard pass from wide receiver Jamion Lewis. This game also marked the second time in his career that Prescott had 2 passing touchdowns, the last one coming back on September 7th this year versus Alcorn State. All right, as promised, we'll get you updated with everything that's going on today as we join the Goal Line Network in progress. A reminder that Goal Line is available through participating TV providers and live on Watch ESPN.
I think Brian could have made a play on that ball. That's the right call.
Looked like that ball was bobbled, and McDowell then got nailed by Bowers.
And, you know, one of the quotes this week from Dabo Sweeney is, we're going to major in the minors. We're going to go back to all the ball handling things, everything. For the snaps.
Virginia Tech and Duke is where we take you now. Big turnover here. Take a look.
Clean pocket. and just simply is an inaccurate pass and hits Garrett Patterson right in the chest with the football.
Was Thomas expecting Stanford to maybe be somewhere else? Option route, perhaps?
I don't think so, because the problem was the height of the pass. It sailed right over top of his head. I think he was where he was supposed to be. Logan Thomas just didn't throw a very good ball.
So a golden chance for Duke to strike first on the road. Here's Shaquille Powell. He's got nowhere to go. Met right at the line of scrimmage by Jack Tyler, Virginia Tech's leading tackler.
Well, in the meantime, Duke offensively has to get Anthony Boone figured into the run game. Virginia Tech doesn't allow running backs to get anything going typically. The quarterback is the X factor in the run game. Boone has to be a viable runner of the football.
5 wide receiver look on second down. Boone underneath to Jamison Crowder, who dives across the 20.
Back to Clemson, Maryland, 3rd and goal for Taj Boyd and the Tigers, and they cannot do a thing about it.
What a stand by Maryland. Sean Davis and Cole Ferrand in that order got there and stuffed Taj Boyd. They'll force another field goal try.
They just look terrible. The running back went to the right. Boyd went to do a play fake to the left. This was a pass play that no one was blocked. Clemson cannot get out of their own way, and it feels like it's about the 3rd week in a row that that's happened.
Catanzaro, who was already hit from 31, will try from 29. Clemson has driven deep into
Capital One studio update. Little SEC action. TJ Yeldon from 1 yard out. Alabama goes up 14-0 against Tennessee. 7:22 left in the first. Right now, Alabama's rolling. A.J. McCarron 4-4. Perfect on the day. Alabama looking good.
Cade Foster, the extra point there. Now we take you to Florida State and NC State. Seminoles up 14-0, and right now Jameis Winston engineering another drive.
Enhance your talents by performing the way you're supposed to do it. Ball flipped ahead to Rashad Green. Delivers a stiff arm as another first down. Taken out of bounds by Dante Johnson, who was a cornerback when the year started, had to move to safety due to injury.
Yeah, the more you can do, the better chance you'll play, and that's Antonio Freeman getting a cut block to speed, the speedy number 80. Rashad Green.
That was a forward pass. Winston 7 out of 8. Under center again with Devontae Freeman, the running back. Touchdown!
It's pretty easy, Sean, if you're running through there and you're untouched. And again, it's people blocking downfield, finishing off. And if I'm North Carolina State, I'm getting them on the bench and saying, guys, this is going to get embarrassing. Where's your pride? You talk about being a pack, and this pack is as strong as the wolf, and the wolf's as strong as the pack. We need to start showing it.
Need more Wolves. A more talented pack. They're a little bit overmatched here today. Aguayo, the extra point. 62 yards in 7 plays. Took 2:29 to do it.
Some other scores from around college football. The Seminoles in complete control, 21-0 over NC State. Maryland 7-6 over Clemson. Virginia Tech and Duke still scoreless. Alabama 14-0 over Tennessee. But John, take a look at this Maryland-Clemson game. 7-6 twice. Clemson had the opportunity to punch it in, and that Maryland defense stepped up big.
Well, not only that, but Clemson looks a little hesitant offensively. You had a couple of busted plays early here in the game. Maryland up 7-6. Alabama all over. Alabama looks great, man.
Hey, dude, McCarron looks great.
Man, McCarron hasn't missed a pass yet, and he's halfway through the first quarter. Duke and Virginia Tech, not much of a story there. Pivoting over to Rice and UTEP early in the big game, no points there. Michigan State and Illinois, this one's kind of intriguing to me. Michigan State obviously sitting there at 6-1, but I think they might have some trouble in this game, especially with Nathan Shieldhouse, his ability to create big plays. We'll keep an eye on that one for you.
Boston College leads North Carolina 7-6 with 3 minutes in the first quarter. as Eastern Michigan trails number 18 Northern Illinois 14-0. Jordan Lynch 8 of 9, 77 yards, 2 touchdowns already in this one. Let's take you over now to Maryland and Clemson. The Tigers down by a point, trailing the Terps.
Reese, people wouldn't be talking about Jameis Winston possibly for the Heisman Trophy unless Johnny Manziel had done it last year. Now you've got to say he's a legitimate candidate.
I think Manziel's still in that conversation as well.
I think so too. Rowe just throws this one away under pressure from Shaq Lawson.
So here is Boyd on that last play as he goes down. Let's see if he reacts a little bit to his knee. Yeah, right away went and grabbed that left knee. So that's something we're going to have to track. And it looked sloppy, but it's so hard to explain. There were so many guys wrong on that play. So to say, oh, Taj Boyd, he went the wrong way, but the running back went one way. The offensive line clearly didn't know who they were supposed to block. So here you go again, a guy who is essential to their run game and gets beat around a little bit doing that. Now has a gimpy left knee.
Reed. He's a good, hard-nosed inside runner. Takes it to the 29-yard line. Anthony and Shuey, the linebackers, combined to make the stop. You know, Boyd on that replay made that funny little shift with both legs, and it looked like even his cleats may have gotten caught in the turf.
It did. It looked like that double hop where maybe his left knee twisted a little bit. Seems to be walking around a little gingerly as well. The problem is, even if it's not a significant injury, if there's any...
Over to Michigan State and Illinois now. Jeremy Langford with a big run for Sparty as they're driving right now.
Langford again. Tries to get outside the containment and does. Tripped up. Zane Petty just barely got him around the ankles. Still good enough for a first down, but that might have been a touchdown if Petty somehow doesn't reach out and make that stop.
Change of direction and speed and a touchdown saving tackle there. Again, this defense has struggled to stop the run all season. 211 yards a game they've allowed on the ground.
Cook with a handoff, trying to turn the corner again is Langford. This time he's forced back inside, but still picks up close to 7 yards down at the 10-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and 3.
Well, part of the problem for Illinois is that their corners aren't getting off the block to the wide receivers. These wide receivers are manhandling the young corners out there. I mean, Tony Lippett, number 14, got a great block that last time. And that's sometimes an issue with young corners. You have to learn to grab the receiver, get rid of him, and make the play.
Now they'll stack with 2 wide receivers and Langford the lone setback. It's been 4 straight runs to Jeremy Langford. Make it 5 in a row. Wrapped up by Mason Monheim. Just shy of the first down. So that brings up a very big play. 3rd down and 1 from just outside the 6-yard line.
Well, they've manhandled them on this drive. They can pick up the first down.
And they want to go quick.
Absolutely.
Michigan State set. They'll run it again with Langford. And he does muscle, it looks like, for the first down. Right at the 6-yard line.
Over to Florida State and NC State. The Seminoles up 21-0 and a big turnover here.
And the Seminoles have it back inside the 15. Terrence Brooks popped it out.
So big turnover there in the Florida State game as we go back to Michigan State and Illinois. Illinois 3-0 with the first quarter winding down.
Quarterback run with Cook. Lost the football. Scooped up in the end zone, and the Illini get the takeaway. A red zone turnover by Michigan State, and Illinois will have it back.
He made the mistake of trying to extend the football across the goal line.
The fumble into the end zone, recovered by Illinois. First down, Illinois. Touchdown.
halfback.
We see this so often that sometimes guys don't secure the football. Watch the end. He's going to try and extend this. And as he tries to do it, he loses the ball. It gets poked out of there.
That's the senior Jonathan Brown, #1 in the Big Ten and #8 in the country in tackles. That forced the fumble.
Now, he was a long way away.
Over to Florida State and NC State now. The Seminoles trying to increase their lead again. And guess who? Jack Nicklaus, grandson. In the
I was going to say, that's Jack. That's not Jack Nicklaus.
He's grandson, though. Nick O'Leary. I like it.
And Chris, you said it. The Seminoles obviously rolling and very impressive. But if that's the best effort that NC State can make to tackle, they're getting exactly what they deserve. That's horrendous.
Well, I think that's what Dave Doran has to address. And you're going to find out a lot about this Wolfpack team and their character as this game progresses.
Aguayo adds the extra point.
Over to Maryland and Clemson. The Terps trying to take control.
There's a great catch, a pass. You just said the last one was behind him. Laverne Jacobs had to turn his body, put his hands behind him, and snatch it out of the air for 22.
And Rowe, he has intermediate accuracy. This ball is off. You can see the spin of the ball, though. See how that it wasn't a tight spiral. That was one thing I noticed. Is the tight spiral. It came off, so it goes outside. But Jacobs makes a wonderful catch, and that's one where you know your ribs are exposed. You know that the safety is about to hit you. Still making that catch for a first down is huge for the young receiver.
Remember, the quarterback is missing his top 2 receivers, Stephon Diggs and Dion Long, both who broke their legs a week ago and are gone for the season. First quarter is over. They're on their feet in college.
All right, some scores from around college football. How about that? Maryland right now in control over Clemson, 7-6 at the end of the first quarter. Rowe, 4 of 7, 114 yards and a touchdown. Your thoughts on how Clemson has been playing in this one, coming off that loss to Florida State?
Yeah, they were flat offensively. Couple of drives here in the first half, flat, made some mistakes. Had some trouble getting the play in, getting it executed correctly. Maryland's playing with a lot of emotion right now. I think you can expect that. Give it a little time. Let's let that game unfold. How about Florida State just jumping all over?
On the other side, right?
Yeah, Florida State just jumping all over NC State early in this game. We're still halfway through the first quarter. They've already put 28 points on the board. Jameis Winston's 8 of 10 for a $142. And Illinois, Michigan State, I think that one's going to get interesting. Illinois up by 3. I'm just not sure that Michigan State's going to be able to score enough points to hang in there despite being a 6-1 team. And North Carolina, Boston College, that's going to be an interesting one to me as well. Although Boston College sitting there at 3-3 on a 1-5 North Carolina team, you just wonder how North Carolina is going to play out and be able to score points there. Let's send it out to that game.
He holds on to the football, and boy, Caleb Ramsey makes him pay right in the chest. And you can see Tab jumping for the ball. He's got nothing but daylight if he catches that one. 2nd down and 10.
In motion, that was Bug Howard. And I think we're going to get timeout.
Timeout, North Carolina. That is their first time out of the half.
And Larry Fedora in his 2nd year.
We hope you enjoyed the fast action coverage from the Goal Line Network. We'll continue to provide this service every Saturday throughout the remainder of the college football season. That'll do it for this ESPN 3 halftime report presented by Capital One. I'm John Brickley. Enjoy the second half.
This is for my mother. This is for my chance at law school and the opportunity to change my life. Be one of the many winners of the Dr. Pepper Tuition Giveaway. Share your story and tell us how you will make an impact on your community. Dr. Pepper is changing students' lives so we can change the world. Log on to ESPN.com and search Dr. Pepper to tell us your story for a chance to win. And tune into Dr. Pepper Championship Week on ESPN.
Here's to being one of one, a true one of a kind.
quarterbacks set the tone for your football team. Peyton Manning tends to be finicky. I am a cat, finicky. Give me my time, give me my space. I'm kind of by myself. I go into the film room. Andrew Luck's the dog, house dog. Let's go out and play in the mud. I want to get hit. I want to get banged around. This is not a criticism. It's a reality check on what Peyton is. A genius, a mad scientist. Brilliant.
It's The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific on ESPN Radio.
Monday Night Football.
It's in with time, looking downfield for Golden Tate. Touchdown, Seahawks.
At 6-1, Seattle has emerged as the team to beat in the NFC.
How about that throw? All this kid does is make plays.
Monday, the Seahawks fly into St. Louis to battle the Rams. Monday Night Football. Seahawks, Rams, 8:25 Eastern on ESPN. It all comes down to Monday night.
Hi, it's Colin. We talk about Week 8.
1-7 as we approach the start of the third quarter. Jim Barber and Gerard Cherry, who played his college football with the California Bears. Toledo with 21 first-half points prior to Bowling Green's touchdown at the end of the first half with a 2-touchdown edge. In this meeting of two schools separated by just 25 miles off of Interstate 75 here in the great state of Ohio. Let's go to the first-half highlights, and let's talk David Fluellen, who hasn't been back since an injury he suffered in the first quarter.
Early on, it was the David Fluellen show, and you see right there just a simple tackle, but he lands funny on it. Ankle/knee problems, not quite certain, but Kareem Hunt came in, and he filled that void that was left by Fluellen's departure.
As a freshman, when Detmer got roughed up on an attempted field goal, that gave Toledo another chance in the red zone. Took advantage of it.
Yes, and Alonzo Russell shows you again another highlight play.
This is a Toledo team that has not allowed a sack in this game, and only 3 for the year, and Owens plenty of time to find Bernard Reedy in the end zone.
Reedy was ready for that reception. It's been Toledo most part, but at the end of the half, Bowling Green had opportunity, and they took advantage of it with Matt Johnson on the score.
First half numbers, advantage rushing to Toledo, 154-72. The time of possession is pretty tight, but the penalties by Bowling Green, that one scoring drive at Toledo, were very hurtful. And Toledo now enters the third quarter that typically has been Bowling Green's quarter, where the Falcons have outscored opponents 66-14.
Yes, and the Falcons are excellent at halftime adjustments and coming back and shutting out offenses, in particular on defense.
Let's update you on what's happened so far, Gerard, in the MAC. Ball stayed behind 5 touchdown passes from Keith Wenning. Still perfect in the MAC West, 42-24 over Akron. Ohio trying to keep Miami winless, leads 24-10 in the third. UMass on top of winless in 2010 in the second. Ahead of Bowling Green for Kent State, and a loss by Bowling Green at right in step with Ball State with 2 first quarter touchdowns in the leading 1-win Eastern Michigan 14-0. Well, I think you said during the break the power of deferring has been obvious because the Rockets, with a 2-score lead, get the ball to start the second half. They won the coin toss and elected to play defense initially.
And the Rockets want to establish what they did in the first half, and that is march right down the football field with the combination of pass and run, utilizing Kareem Hunt, because you got to figure that Fluellen didn't play for the most part in the second quarter, then he won't be playing in the second half.
Bernard Reedy, who has a 35-yard kickoff return, is deep. With that one into the end zone, a touchback, and by NCAA rule from last season, this possession starts at the 25-yard line. And that offensive line of Toledo, which is #1 in the country with just 3 sacks allowed, back to work.
And considering the holes that they've made for Fluellen and Kareem Hunt, I understand why they are #1 in regards to protecting their quarterback.
Owens for the game, 13 yards rushing, 58 throwing, 2 touchdown passes. Threw for 303 yards and went over the Falcons before 27,000 at the Glass Bowl last year.
I like the up-tempo approach that Toledo's coming out here with the empty backfield, just to reestablish, hey, we're going to get this momentum back.
Jason Candle is their offensive coordinator. Hunt carries the football to start the second half, and he plows straight ahead for a pickup of 8.
And for the Bowling Green defense, you have to do something on first down. You cannot let this Toledo offense average at least 6 to 7 yards per first down.
Bowling Green has blanked Kent State, Akron, and Mississippi State in the second half, so this is an important shutdown defensive series for the Falcons. Hunt, by the way, now 12 carries, 83 yards in place of Llewellyn. And you're right, first down has been magical so far for them as Hunt dives straight ahead, trying to get to the sticks of the first down marker. He appears to be short. It'll be third and less than a yard.
And you have nothing of a positive play on that particular play, but guess what? You're still in a manageable situation because you're doing so much on first down.
And you're using some clock as well.
Exactly.
So Owens with a look to the sidelines. Wide receiver Justin Olak in the game, along with Reedy, split to the right side. Third and less than a yard. Straight ahead Hunt, first down, up to the 37-yard line. They fake nicely that jet sweep to Reedy, so you have to be aware of that.
Yes.
And instead give it as an inside handoff to Hunt.
And for the defenders for Bowling Green, you have to honor the jet sweep, and that allows Hunt to get the yards necessary in the spacing to pick up that first down.
Charlie Walker, number 46, with a tackle for Bowling Green. Owens in trouble and throwing it out of bounds. Again, he has been sacked just 3 times this year. Pretty good pressure applied by Brian Thomas, the outside defensive end of Bowling Green.
And you'll attribute some of that to Owens' ability to elude the rush, but also that offensive line is stellar. They've done a great job in protection as well as run blocking.
Gives them plenty of time there, doesn't it?
Yes.
Now second down for the 38. Toledo trying to go 5-3 on the season. Stay within shouting distance of Ball State and Northern Illinois. Here's Hunt carrying the ball to the 42. And again, a manageable third down after a pickup of 4. Actually, this is one of the longer third downs the Rockets have had in this game.
That just speaks volumes. 36 is the longest of the day. Shows you how great the play call has been and how dominant this offensive line has played.
Hunt is out of the game. Running back Damian Jones-Moore is in. Hunt almost 100 yards on 15 carries this afternoon. Big play for the Bowling Green defense. Falcons bringing 6 with a blitz. They get to Owens, ball loose. Bowling Green's got the football. Falcons dialed up the blitz and it was effective.
Yes, it was. And if you're Bowling Green, that is what the doctor ordered for the right prescription of success. Have 3 and out, get a fumble, force something, make it happen. Galvanize this fan base as well as your football team with that type of a play. And we spoke before that this defensive unit makes great halftime adjustments, and you saw it right there, bringing the heat. Haven't seen it all day, Jim.
Just the 9th turnover of the season for Toledo, and a great scoring opportunity now for the Falcons. Well, we showed you moments ago how effective Bowling Green is in the third quarter, and it's a great start. Quarterback is Matt Johnson. The running back is Travis Green. Green in the first half carried 9 times for just 28 yards. The give is to Green. Plunging straight ahead, close to the 25-yard line. Travis Green, who was low on the depth chart. And then Antoine Samuel, who was a running back for Bowling Green, decided to move back to Florida. Green got a look, and ever since then, he's been pretty effective. Like they say, he's still learning the game, but they like him. Now from the 26 on 2nd and 7, and Johnson with a strike. Incomplete, intended for Heath Jackson, in and out of his hands.
And Heath has to come down with that ball. And right now you're seeing a very conservative play calling by Bowling Green. Go for it. Take a chance. I understand that you're trying to get back in this football game, but you need to send a message to your team that, hey, we come here to play.
All right, the problem is that there's no Chris Gallen, who's one of their best receivers, out with a knee injury. Suffered a couple of weeks ago against Mississippi State. Jared Cohen was shaken in the first half, but he is back as a wideout for Bowling Green. on 3rd and 7. Good time for Johnson, and now he gets swallowed up. Junior Silvestri comes in with a sack.
And Travis Green, we gave him accolades for being an exceptional runner, but he needs to work on his blocking game because Silvestri has his way with him right there, and Johnson goes down with the good play of Silvestri, of sticking with his blitz.
This is the 22nd sack of the Toledo Rockets this year. And that's in the top 20 in FBS coming in. 4th down, and Bowling Green, for the moment, looks like it'll go for it. Johnson could pooch punt instead of trying this, but they're down by 2 scores. Need to get the football to the 19. Johnson with time against the 3-man rush and fires. Got a receiver. 1st down to the 16-yard line. Jackson makes amends.
Yes, he does. Credit Jackson for having the confidence in himself to catch this football, and Johnson for going back to a receiver that let him down on a previous play, and that was huge for momentum's sake, as well as just a sense of confidence that you could do something against this Toledo defense.
Well, the Rockets rushed 3 and dropped 8. And Bowling Green found an opening. 1st and 10 now for Bowling Green at the 17. Matt Johnson 8 for 15 and even 100 yards. A little toss out of the backfield, a little razzle-dazzle maybe. Incomplete. And a penalty flag goes down to the 35-yard line, likely against the Rockets.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defensive of 52. For goal, automatic 1st down.
That's on Marquise Moore, and you remember in the 1st half, Bowling Green was guilty of those type of critical penalties.
A change of fortune here, and I'm pretty sure Marquise Moore was saying, well, isn't he a running back? I can rough him. No, when he's throwing the football, he gets the same safety and security as a quarterback.
Yep.
But here's the thing, though, on this particular play, you like the ingenuity, but what I would like to see is don't be cute in this situation. And as you see this play develop, you see the roughing at the end of their play where he gets hit on the shoulder right there. And you can't throw a guy down late because he's in a defenseless position.
Yeah, pretty close to a targeting call as well. And targeting amounts in automatic ejection. 2 penalties against the Rockets for 30 yards. 1st and goal for Bowling Green. Trying to get within a score. Johnson inside handoff, and this one gets stopped for a loss. Travis Green looked like he had an opening for a moment, and suddenly Jaron Elliott just put an end to that.
Yes, we haven't called his name a lot today, but Jaron Elliott is a playmaker for the Toledo defense. You see right here, Jaron plays his defense by staying home and makes the play.
Got great takeoff, according to his coaches. And over the last 20 games in 2 seasons, 12 sacks. His team had 6 sacks against Navy last week. 2nd down for Johnson. With time, throws as a receiver. That's 85 Jackson. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
And Johnson locates Jackson for the pass again. He's been hooking up with him. He's becoming his favorite target. But don't be surprised if you don't see Bear down here. He was just wide open. And offense coordinators like to repeat successful plays, especially when the primary target is potentially open.
Alex Bayer's the tight end who wears number 82. Empty backfield for the moment for Johnson on a big play, 3rd and 3. Johnson going to run in the end zone. Did he get there? Touchdown. And Johnson also to shake it up.
Johnson got there, but he paid a price. And hopefully for this Bowling Green offense, it's not a hefty one where he has to leave the football field. But there's nothing there, so Johnson does a prudent thing, and that is uses his feet. And it's questionable whether or not he even got in the end zone. You might want to challenge that if you're Toledo.
Johnson being attended to right now on the sidelines.
The previous play of a touchdown is under further review.
That's our official Greg Bloom. Let's take a look at Johnson's run to the end zone. And the question is, was the knee down
The ball never crosses.
Yeah, from this angle anyway, doesn't cross the plane, does it?
It doesn't. And that's a heck of a hit. I mean, stop cold. And right there, you see the power of the sport. It's a very violent hit.
And you can't lead with the crown on a defenseless player. That's an automatic 15-yard penalty and an ejection. Wouldn't be looking at that, would they?
I think they're looking at more of whether he was not, was he in? Because if you look at where he finished, he was half a yard away from the goal line. And you see there's an effort to put the shoulder there and the way that both bodies are turned, but I don't think you got in. It has to be the ball, not your leg.
So we await a big call in this game with Toledo up 21-7. And the Falcons at a doorstep of getting within 7. And this review is going to take a little while.
Yes. And they're seeing the same angles that we're seeing. And the next question is Johnson okay? But as you watch this play unfold, he's going down, not certain that the ball ever crosses the goal line. Because he is met.
Harold Dinas is our replay official up in the booth, helping to provide replays. And make a call from there down to Greg Bloom. And here we go.
After review, when the runner's knee was down, the ball was at the half-yard line. It'll be 4th down at the half-yard line.
So take the touchdown off the board. It remains 21-7, and now it's 4th and goal for Bowling Green. And no secret here is what the Falcons will do. They'll go for it. William Houston, their best short yardage runner, at 262 pounds, is in the game. He has 7 touchdowns this year.
And I love these type of calls, Jim, because it's basically saying, you know what, we're going to run it, stop it.
And apparently movement on the front line.
Ball starts. Offense number 52. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
That's on Dominic Fluellen, the left guard. So Houston will come out. Now it's 4th and goal from the 6. You kick a field goal here, that's exactly what they'll do. That's a tough break for Bowling Green as penalties have hurt them in the red zone, both on offense and on defense.
And you have to hold your water. I know you're anticipating to make this block because you got your big back in there, but you have to maintain your discipline, and this all stems from being 2 weeks away from playing meaningful football.
Tate from the left hash from 24 yards out. Falcons get 3 on his 9th made field goal of the year, but that's not what they needed or what they wanted. Toledo still in command, 21-10, 8:46 for the 3rd quarter. Sunshine between overcast skies today in Ohio, Bowling Green, and Toledo in the Battle of I-75. Gerard Cherry and Jim Barber. Dave Clausen's team had a touchdown taken off the board after replay review and had to settle for a 24-yard field goal from Tyler Tate. And it's too bad for Bowling Green because it got a turnover deep in Toledo territory and couldn't convert a touchdown. Reedy from 2 yards in. Bernard Reedy carries to the 21, a return of 23 yards, and the Rockets back on offense. Ahead by 11 points in this game, and without David Fluellen, who was injured early in the first quarter after 3 carries for 61 yards with an apparent ankle difficulty.
I will not be surprised if you get a large dose of Kareem Hunt in this particular drive. He tried to pass and ended up fumbling the football, so Toledo will more than likely go back to their running game that has been effective throughout the course of this game.
And you mentioned number 3, 15 carries, 92 yards on the game, and a touchdown. And he's a freshman.
True one at that.
Yeah. What a good-looking youth on both sides of the field today. Hunt square with his quarterback to carry the football. Stiff arms one and carries the ball up to the 31-yard line, and it might be enough for a first down. What do you like most about him, by the way?
I like his ability to run with power and just conviction, and right there, give you something. Stiff arm, that's a sign of toughness out of a freshman. That's what's so impressive. He's so young, but he's playing in such a mature fashion.
Able to change direction. He's about 15 pounds heavier than when he arrived on campus. I'm sure considerably stronger after some work in the weight room.
Oh, yeah. And eating that dorm food will do you right as well as training table. One thing I do miss is training table.
Because you typically eat right.
Yes, you do.
As opposed to not. Matt Campbell and the Rockets sidelines who made the trip from about a half hour away. Terrence Owens, for the moment, has emptied the backfield. Now the give again to Hunt, trying to carve his way past the 35-yard line. Will set them up with a 3rd and 6 yards needed for a first down. We mentioned that the Falcons have shut out a number of teams in the second half. In fact, Indiana is the only team to score more than a touchdown on them. And you figure they got the rust off after a couple of weeks layoff during that halftime break.
Yeah, you figured they would have that rust off. It takes some time, and hopefully for Bowling Green fans, if you're reading that way, you're saying this half should be our half, historically speaking.
Owens has 3 receivers to his right. Needs to get the ball to the 41. Falcons come with 6. Owens flushed out of the pocket and running. He's going to get the first down to the 46-yard line and a gain of 11.
And that is what is so great about having a quarterback that can run, because the blitz was the correct call, but you have no one to contain Owens. He gets outside and slips the rest. You got to maintain containment. If you don't, Owens is going to make you pay for it. He does right here. And nice job by Russell of making that block to help Owens get extra yards on that play.
Owens in his career has run the football for 851 yards. Fresh set of downs from the 46. Back to the bread and butter. Hunt ahead for a yard, maybe 2. DJ Lynch, linebacker, held him up on the play. The thing you like about this Rocket offense, with the great blocking and the support of the quarterback when he attempts to throw, is that they move the football, they move the chains, and they continue to move the clock.
Clock, flip the field right here. At worst, you punt, you pin Bowling Green back towards your end zone, so you can't complain about that as well. This is probably one of the first times we've seen 2nd and long for Toledo today.
White Macon is in the game as one of the wide receivers to the near side. He's number 17. Here comes Hunt. Back to share a spot with his quarterback. And before this play happens, the illegal procedure on Toledo.
Ball starts. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Chase Nelson is the right tackle. That good-looking offensive line, along with Mance, Karen, Myers, and Hendershot.
Typically, Jim, when offensive linemen have that legal procedure held against them, players coming to their side.
More often than not, right?
Yes, more often than not.
Alex Smolik goes to the slot receiver to the left to quarterback Owens. 2nd and 13. Owens, a little screen pass, and that one gets swallowed up.
And that was probably the play that was initially called. A great job by the Toledo defense sniffing it out. And one of the ways that you stop aggressive defense is by calling a screen play. But credit, again, the defensive line, number 90 in particular, of reading the play, Russell, and making a play.
Jarris Campbell came up with a tackle. It is 3rd and 12. Bowling Green showing blitz. Now backing off, rushing 4. Owens to keep. Cameron Truss makes the tackle, and Toledo must give up the ball.
And Owens tries to make something happen. It's the read option. Truss makes a heck of an open field tackle on a very elusive runner in Terrence Owens.
The read option has become so popular in the college game and in the National Football League.
And Kaepernick and RG3 for that.
Vince Penza with his first punt of the game. 7th in the MAC in yardage to Burbrink with a fair catch at the 23. 3:47 left in the 3rd quarter. Still very much a game as Bowling Green with a football down by 2 scores. These numbers are prior to today. Matt Johnson, the starting quarterback for Bowling Green, in great company with quarterback Jordan Lynch of Northern Illinois and Keith Wenning, who threw for 5 touchdown passes today for Ball State in a victory over Akron. Johnson today has run the ball 31 for 31 yards and thrown for 110. He has a lone rushing touchdown for the Falcons. They will begin this drive from the 23. Falcons were shut out for almost the entire first half prior to a half-minute remaining. Travis Green into the secondary and carries it at 43, and a pickup of 20 on first down for the sophomore running back out of Carroll City, Florida.
And Travis Green showed you his ability to hit the hole with conviction And what you like of the upright running style reminiscent of Eric Dickerson is that he absorbs the hits and picks up extra yards as he goes down the field.
Green now 12 carries, 47 yards, and here comes Bowling Green. Second half has been magical for the Falcons, particularly the third quarter, where they have a 69-13 edge. This time I formation backfield. Play fake, Johnson to roll. Looking down the field, and now he's forced to keep as the coverage was there for Toledo, and he gains nothing on the play.
And I like the idea of the play action pass, but how about a route that doesn't take too long to develop because you have a very good defensive line out there?
Good point. Travis Green came into the game averaging 6 yards a carry. Number 3 in the MAC. Top runner David Fluellen left the game in the first quarter for Northern Illinois with an ankle injury. Not before picking up 61 yards, however. Officially a loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. Johnson looking to his right and throwing. Heath Jackson with a reception. And for Jackson, he is the top receiver for Bowling Green, his 5th catch of the game. So they go from 2nd and 11 to 3rd and 3.
And that's all you can ask for is a manageable down where you can call a bunch of plays in your playbook to potentially pick up this first down.
Football square at midfield. This is the 78th meeting between Toledo and Bowling Green. Johnson looking for the first down to Jackson. Caught. 42-yard line, pickup of 8.
And watch Travis Green on the blitz pickup right there to give Johnson enough time to deliver this ball so that Jackson can pick it up.
We mentioned how good Toledo has been at defending pass rushers. And the Bowling Green offense right now giving its quarterback plenty of time to throw the ball. Jackson now with 6 catches.
It appears that Bowling Green is moving that malaise that affected them in the first half by moving this football down the field.
The ruling of a completed catch in the previous play is under further review.
And by the way this works, in case you're not aware, is if the folks in the replay booth have a question on the play before the ball is snapped on the next play, they can go ahead and signal down to official Greg Bloom for review.
Yeah, well, I don't know what they saw there. That looked like a catch to me.
And the left foot was in.
Now, if it's a pro game, they have an issue.
Yeah.
Have to have 2 feet in. Collegiately speaking, it only requires 1.
And what you're seeing at home or wherever you're viewing is also the same position that Greg Bloom is witness to, as well as our replay officiating crew from the booth upstairs. Well, that was quick.
After review, the ruling in the field is confirmed. Completed catch, first down, Bowling Green.
It was glaringly obvious.
And as a result, first down Falcons. Ball spotted now at the Rocket 42-yard line. There's Matt Johnson. Took over for returning 3-year starter Matt Schultz early in the year. Johnson with 11 completed passes for 126 yards. Down to 1.5 minutes in the third quarter. It's pretty nifty running to take a loss into a gain.
And you like the effort by Coppin, because he was dead to rights in the backfield, but what he's had conviction about himself and kept running to pick up a positive.
Brett Koppel is a freshman out of Fort Lauderdale. Coppin's longest run of the season, 18 yards. He gets 3 in that play. On second down, Johnson is sacked. J-Ron Elliott. How do people feel this guy's got a future in the National Football League? What do you think?
I like his size, and I like his ability to make plays. And he's very active at the line of scrimmage. And we haven't called his name much, but right here, he sees something, recognizes it, makes the play.
7th sack of the season for the sack leader in the MAC. Johnson the throw, caught. Down to the 25-yard line. Huge catch by Sean Joplin. Good for 19 yards on the first down. If that name sounds familiar to you, college basketball, his dad is Stan, head coach at South Florida.
Well, Stan will be proud of his son Sean on this catch. The route takes a while to develop, but Sean sticks with the play, and credit Johnson for delivering the ball to Joplin so he could make the play.
An important third down conversion for Bowling Green. We're headed to the fourth quarter. The Falcons down by 11, but they're on the move. Toledo has won 3 in a row, but the Falcons trying to put an end to that. As those guys, the senior group of this team, trying to get a victory over the Rockets for the first time. In the second, led 21-0 before Bowling Green scratched the end zone at the end of the first half. It's now 21-10 as we start the fourth quarter, and the Falcons are on the move. Toledo on the MAC West against Bowling Green, the co-leader of the MAC East. Travis Green behind the quarterback in the pistol formation on first down. Haven't seen this formation very often today. Johnson to give the green. Travis Green ahead for a first down. Ball is loose. Who came up with it? It appears the Falcons have it. That's a big recovery.
Yes, it is. And we have not seen the pistol formation, but one thing we have seen is Green's ability to bust through the line of scrimmage to pick up positive yards. But you got to hold on to this football. You cannot afford to lose in these situations. But still a positive play. You see the end of it right here. Johnny on the spot. Jackson does a great job of recovering that football.
Whoa, that was big for Bowling Green. It's a 1st and goal instead of losing the football at the 7-yard line. Touchdown pulls them within a score. Johnson again from the shotgun formation. Give the green, running to the end zone. touchdown.
We said coming into this game, Bowling Green, the second half football team. And right now you're starting to see the offensive line for Bowling Green establish itself and start to make big plays by providing the blocking and spacing for Green to have such big runs.
16 consecutive points, and on that zone read, Green got a nice block from Logan Dietz, the redshirt freshman up front, number 53.
And he had his pick of which hole he wanted to run to. Could it be the A gap, B gap, or C gap? They were all blocked and established for openings for him.
They will try a 2-point conversion to get within a field goal. Opening seconds of the fourth quarter.
You like this call in this situation?
I do. Some say it chases points, but you're already in the fourth quarter. Johnson looking, flushed out of the pocket. Will he run it? Now he throws. Caught! 2-point conversion. That's your favorite tight end there, number 82, Alex Baer.
Baer double catches it, but he eventually comes down with the football. And that is what is the great thing about having a quarterback that can make things happen with his feet.
Well, the Falcons now 18 consecutive points after trailing 21-0. Within 3. This is why this game is so significant. In the MAC West, Toledo trying to keep pace with Ball State, which is 1, and Northern Illinois, which is beating up on Eastern Michigan. In the East, Bowling Green trying to keep pace with Buffalo, which leads Kent State 13-7. So lots of divisional ramifications as this game is tightened up. A return from one of the up men. The Rockets will start from their own 26. What is it about Bowling Green, Gerard, in the second half?
Well, a combination of things. One, great coaching to make the adjustments and recognize what's going wrong and how to fix it. But also, two-week layover. You're starting to get your football legs back and acclimated to playing football again. I think all those things come into play for why you're seeing such an improved Bowling Green football team.
And still no David Fluellen as Terrence Owens, the quarterback. Modest 11 for 15, 59 yards, but 2 touchdown throws. Directs the offense, and he's going with an empty backfield. He's had to do that a lot without Fluellen.
Yes, and they can ill afford a 3-and-out situation here with all the momentum headed in Bowling Green's direction.
Owens will throw on first down. He's got a receiver. He had Bernard Reedy by 3 steps. on the defender. Incomplete, though. Second down.
You're in a hostile environment. You have to make these throws if you're Terrence Owens. You have a strong arm, but you got to take something off that. That was nowhere near close. You might say the wind got into it. But you have to temper that. Temper it down.
Damian Jones-Moore is the running back with Owens, number 24. Preston to duty with the injury to Llewellyn. Some movement on the left side of that Toledo line.
False start. Offense number 56. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And Josh Hendershot. Been a tale of two halves, hasn't it?
Yes, because right now Toledo is shooting themselves in the foot. And prior to that, in the first half, it was all Bowling Green with the mental mistakes.
This crowd rising here at Dwight Perry Stadium.
They sense it.
Yep, and Matt Campbell's team having a frustrating second half. Now faced with a 2nd and 15 from the 21. They fake the jet sweep, and Owens over the middle, caught, first down. Reedy comes back with a catch to the 40-yard line and a pickup of 19 by Bernard Reedy, 3rd in the MAC in receptions.
If things continue the way they have for Toledo, this may turn out to be the play of the game to pick up this first down, because this was a huge play, because you didn't want to be in a punt situation with a red-hot Bowling Green offense ready to enter back on the football field.
You know, that's just Reedy's 2nd catch of the game, now 48 on the season. Fresh set of downs for the Rockets. Trying to make it 4 in a row over the Falcons. Jones-Moore carrying the football to the 45 and a pickup of 5 on first down.
That's what you do. Get back on track. You've had success all afternoon running into the interior of this Bowling Green defensive line. Go back to it, and you pick up 5 positive yards. You have to be encouraged with that as you weather the storm of this crowd and this defense getting involved in this football game.
Silences that crowd for a moment. Over 13 minutes remain. Owens again, the fake over the middle, incomplete.
And you like the call, quick hitting pass to the tight end on seam route, but you got to make that play when your number's called. You have to deliver.
Now Owens will work against this Bowling Green crowd. Complete to Alonzo Russell. There is a penalty flag on the play. The Bowling Green secondary thinks it's offensive pass interference, and apparently it will be.
Pass interference. Offense number 9. 15-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Wow. And that's why it was so important for Coach Dave Clawson early on in the game to politic to the official that, hey, Alonzo Russell is pushing off. It forces the official's hand when he actually ceases to actually make a call to have some sense of integrity.
Very good point. Cam Truss back defending, who actually was called for pass interference in the first half. Instead of a first down in Bowling Green territory, it is 3rd and long from the 30. 3rd and 20. Penalties have worked against the Rockets in the second half as they did against the Falcons in the first. Bernard Reedy in motion from the slot. Owens steps up. Going to try to run for it. Won't get the first down. Brought down after a pickup of 10. Ryan Sutton, the backup corner, got him. And the Rockets have to give up the ball.
Yes, they do. And if you're Bowling Green Falcons, you're saying to yourself, I like this environment. I like what's taking place. I'm comfortable in this situation. Toledo's going to have to find some way to weather the storm. Maybe a big play on this punt team, but right now it has been all Bowling Green.
Vince Penza, number 35, will wait for the snap from Matt Wall. To punt to this man, number 17, Ryan Burbrink. A low line drive kick bouncing at the 25. Falcons will start from their 21. The I-75 rivalry is heated up nicely here in the second half. That could be a factor for Bowling Green, which will work against this crosswind. But with the football, once down 21-0, very much back in business. It's the Doit Dive, Doit Perry Stadium here on the campus. And that's Matt Johnson. Travis Green tries to make a man miss, and he is swallowed up at the 10. And a huge loss on first down. Trayvon Hester, number 91, ties him up.
And Trayvon Hester treated Travis Green like a rag doll right there.
He did. Well, Hester's 290 and Green is 181.
Yeah. It's like lifting up a drumstick for him.
2nd and 15. Bowling Green has shut out 3 opponents in the second half, and to this point has shut out Toledo in the second half as well. Johnson back to throw. To the sidelines and the 21-yard line. His sure-handed receiver in this game has been 85, wideout Heath Jackson.
If Jackson keeps this up, you may want to take a defensive call and double team him, because he has been all the offense from a passing perspective for this Bowling Green offense.
Yes, you would think they would look for him here on 3rd and 5.
And those numbers don't lie. It's been all Heath Jackson as far as receiving the ball in the second half.
Whole lines up against him defensively. Here comes pressure. Johnson steps up. Still running with the football. He's going to get the first down and then some. And safely out of bounds to the 39. And now 3rd down for the sophomore quarterback, a pickup of 18.
It's such an assuring feeling for your offense when you have a quarterback that can make things happen with the run when he's unable to pass because no one's open. And you like the blocking down the field by the wide receivers for Bowling Green to allow Johnson to pick up more extra yards.
Now has 12 carries in the game for 43 yards. Maybe none bigger than that carry. Now from the 39. Here's Green trying to get out of trouble. And takes a tackle for loss into a gain of 4.
One thing we've learned about Travis Green today is if he can make that first guy miss, he is off to the house, because he can make some things happen once he's in the open field and gets to that second level.
Again, the book on him is you can try to stretch out a play, but he's got that great cutback ability. And even when it looks as if he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield, as you mentioned, Gerard, he makes one miss and suddenly he's got something going on.
Wasn't penciled to be the starter coming into the season.
Nope.
Came out of nowhere.
Way down on the depth chart, but has emerged as a coming star. And this time gets blown up at the line of scrimmage. In fact, there's a loss on the play. Hester up there, number 91. Trayvon Hester at 6'3", 290 pounds.
Someone must have said something to Trayvon Hester, because he's playing like an angry man. And Chief is not having his way with Hester.
Nope. Hester, one of those good-looking freshmen from Toledo. 3rd and 8. Let's get the football to the 49 and continue to drive and stay on schedule. Johnson with time. Got a receiver. Joplin with a first down catch. Still with a football. Inside the 30. And credit that front line of Bowling Green for giving this man a whole lot of time to dish off the football.
When you get protection, you can do some great things on offense. And Johnson has all the time in the world to allow Joplin to get across the field and make this play. And then Joplin goes in traffic, misses, gathers himself, goes on the field. Well, this is what I like at the end, though. He's fighting for extra yards to just put his team in a better position to score.
Son of the former Toledo head coach Stan Joplin. And a sack. Johnson having to take a sack as Junior Silvestri comes with the pressure.
And this has been a seesaw game. You have a big play by Toledo, then a big play by Bowling Green, and Silvestri just comes pretty much free. You have to have someone on the backside to pick him up. That's more of the quarterback and offensive line's fault for not identifying Silvestri in the first place. And that is a guy whose name and number you want to know and be aware of.
Rockets had 6 sacks in the win over Navy last week. Loss of 7 on first down. A little hitch and a fire underneath. Pass complete. Brings up a 3rd and 7 on a gain of 10 yards to Alex Bayer. Well, you mentioned Stan Joplin, the former Toledo coach, in the play of Sean Joplin taking an important catch, and now this reception right here sets up a 3rd and, well, maybe not predictable, somewhat manageable, and certainly more negotiable than it was on 1st or 2nd and 17.
Yes, it was. And go back to Bayer, because right now he has a mismatch on him, because the linebacker for Toledo is struggling to stay with him.
Just about in field goal range of Tyler Tate. On 3rd down inside, handoff Green. He's got the first down. Still with the football, down to 6. And a pickup of 20 yards by Travis Green. A huge play on 3rd down.
You appreciate the blocking on this play that allows Travis Green to get free, but you have to see the move that he makes at the tail end of this play. Watch him right here as he reads the hole, and Bear makes a nice play, but watch this play right here. Ooh, gotcha. Nice run right there by Travis Green.
That's his great cutback ability.
Talked about it all game.
6:15 left in regulation. Bowling Green inside the 10, 1st and goal. A field goal to tie, a touchdown to go ahead. Zone read Green, touchdown!
Travis Green puts Bowling Green back on top with great running. And the kid's vision is exceptional, Jim. Very impressive. And it helps to have great blocking like that as well.
Just a sophomore. Tyler Tate for the extra point. Off the hole from Bayer. At one point in this game, the Falcons trailed 21-0. They have run off 25 straight points, trying to stay in first place in the MAC Eastern Division race. And another look at Travis Green. Here, maybe a great finish coming up. Bowling Green has pitched a shutout against Kent State, Akron, Mississippi State, and now Toledo in the second half with an 18-0 scoring disparity. And consider that the Falcons were shut out for almost the entire first half, got 7 points with 24 seconds to go. This is a remarkable comeback. But Bernard Reedy is deep for Toledo.
He can make things happen.
And he'll try to keep it away from Reedy, and he runs up on it at the 26. Makes a couple of people miss and is brought down around the 30. A touchdown even more important for Bowling Green because Jeremiah Detmer likely won't figure in the finish of this game. And he's got the great range as a kicker for Toledo. Has missed only one field goal attempt this season. Now the Rockets need a touchdown. And without David Fluellen injured in the first half, we keep mentioning this, but it's been important because Owens is out to operate without him. And we have not seen much of Kareem Hunt here lately as well.
No, we have not, but you still have Russell and Reedy at the wideout spots for this Rockets offense. It's a matter of can Owens deliver the ball to them.
He's just going with an empty backfield and a 5-receiver set on first down. Owens to throw over the middle.
Case in point. Got to make the play. Right now your offense is struggling. One positive, not positive play sets you back. Right now you're off track. And if you're Bowling Green, you're loving this situation.
Well, you've gotten away from the run a little bit, haven't you?
Well, two of your best guys haven't appeared on the football field, and you wonder what's going on. And Fluellen and Hunt.
2nd and 10. And Toledo is going to use a timeout. If you're the Rockets, we'll explore how they can shake this offense loose here in the final 6 minutes of regulation. And these students are already into it. Scary first half for Bowling Green, but the Falcons have rallied from 21 down. 2nd and 10 for Terrence Owens. Falcons showing blitz. Owens to throw, had man coverage down the field, caught! Great catch inside the 40 by Bernard Reedy.
Toledo's in hurry-up mode, and you've wondered why that number has not been called enough today, but Terrence Owens has time, finds Reedy. Reedy comes down with the acrobatic circus catch.
His 3rd catch of the game. Now up the middle they go to Hunt. And Hunt charges his way for a first down at a 26. And Toledo's offense now back in sync.
And just like that, Toledo finds a way to get things moving, and it started with that pass by Reedy, and Hunt's back in the game. Toledo said to himself, we like our chances. We have our playmakers on the football field.
Football officially spotted at the 27. Under 5.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the play clock. 15 remains. And before Owens can run with the football, penalty flag on the play.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And those are the type of plays you cannot have. They just kill the momentum. You're positive. Things are going in the right direction. And then you shoot yourself in the foot by doing something that is not necessary to do. Control yourself. Discipline. All those things come into play.
Leads to a 1st and 15 now at back of the 32. Owens again in the empty backfield. And now bring over Hunt to help out. Fake to Hunt. Owens to throw to the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for 14, Justin Olak.
Olak was open. Combination of poor adjustment to the football as well as a throw not really on target. You see Owens deliver here, and Olak can make a play for it, but he misjudges it as well.
Hammer and Truss back defending. Olak out of the game for the moment. Went for number 9, Alonzo Russell, who is lining up right now in the slot, but likely will be an outside receiver. As they bring Hunt over to the quarterback, as they often do. Again, the fake to Hunt. Owens in trouble. Still running with a football, though, and Owens makes nothing into something.
Terrence Owens showed you with his run ability. He wants this game. He's tried hard. He'll lose a few defenders to secure that ball better, but nice job of making, as you say, Jim, nothing out of something.
Picks up 11 yards on the play. It is now 3rd and 4. What do you like here?
I say utilize Russell. Why not?
Toledo 6 for 11 on 3rd down. This is a big one. Hunt now goes into motion as an outside receiver. Owens to throw, first down. Inside the 15, down to the 12. Alonzo Russell with a catch, and he is hurt.
Right call, utilize Russell, but right now he's can't help you on the football field. And nothing special about this route. You recognize off man, and the defender is beat by a lineman because he's 8 yards off. And Russell takes advantage of that by cutting his route short and pick up the first down.
Hammer and Truss with a tackle here. You see how Russell got hurt?
Just fall on the shoulder funny. Really nothing more than that. And it must be very hard on that surface. And you see Russell's numbers, 7 receptions for 44 yards and 1 touchdown today, but they're going to need him back in the game to make that 2 touchdowns as opposed to 1.
Now with 40 catches for the season, he'll come out for 1 play, likely. Toledo fan base gives him a round of applause. Did pick up the first down, though, at the Bowling Green 13.
Yeah, but we've seen that on several occasions. Guys hit the ground here, they don't get back up. When they do, it's gingerly.
In fact, they'll spot this at the 12. Rockets and this man 12 yards away from regaining the advantage. Play clock under 10. Falcons come with 4. Hunt going nowhere. Back to the 18, a loss of 6. And we have an injured Bowling Green player at the 3-yard line, Gabe Martin.
Martin's injury took place away from the play, but that was a perfect example, when speaking of the play, of swarming defense. That play has torched Bowling Green all day, and they're finally starting to figure it out. That jet sweep read with Kareem Hunt.
At the most opportune time.
Yes. Threatening to score, not much time left on the clock. You have to step up.
Aaron Foster, one of the corners, over to help out his teammate. Martin is the rover linebacker. And some hard hitting going on in this I-75 rivalry. We've seen several players dinged up in this game. Rockets trying to shut out the Bowling Green senior class and make it 4 consecutive wins. Falcons after today at winless Miami, home to Ohio, then at 1-win Eastern Michigan, and a season finale against Buffalo, which could be for the division championship. Buffalo's leading Kent State right now 13-7 late second quarter. So Martin out of the game. Look at the Rockets' schedule, which is favorable in the sense that they have 3 consecutive home games, beginning with Eastern Michigan, then showdowns with Buffalo and Northern Illinois, both division leaders. Win play resumes, 2nd and 16. 8th play of the drive. Reading the man in motion. And Owens to throw. Now stepping up to run. And down to the 11-yard line, which will bring up a 3rd down and 9. I suppose the Rockets could kick a field goal and then rely on their 3 timeouts or 2 timeouts to try to stop Bowling Green, but I would think a touchdown is almost imperative here.
Yes, it is very imperative to touchdown, because you have not been able to stop Travis Green. And if you put the ball back in the hands of that Bowling Green offense, I got a feeling they're going to run the football and kill the clock.
So you'll need 9 yards on 2 plays if you can't pick it up here. Falcons will use a timeout to set up the defense, which is throwing a shutout here in the second half.
If I'm Toledo, what I'm thinking is no one can check Alonzo Russell. He has a height advantage, being at 6'4", leaping ability. Why not do that back shoulder fade or some sort that puts him in an advantageous position to have the football in his hands?
Not a bad idea. Russell stands 6'4", and there isn't anybody in that secondary of Bowling Green that stands 6 feet.
There you have it. Russell's major issue is pushing off.
Toledo had a 21-0 advantage until Bowling Green put together an 81-yard drive to end the first half and get on the scoreboard. Here's a look at Jeremiah Detmer, who had made a field goal earlier in the day, but that was taken off the board on a penalty that allow Toledo to continue a drive and score a touchdown. Third and 11. Falcons bring 3. Owens steps up and throws. Ball caught. Penalty flag on the play as the reception by Dwight Macon is down to the 7. It was thrown in the secondary of Bowling Green.
Pass interference, offense number 1. 15-yard penalty, 4 down.
In this game, 2 major offensive pass interference calls against the Rockets. First, number 9, Alonzo Russell, now number 1, Bernard Reedy.
And that is a huge play. Take it back near the 30-yard line. Say to yourself, I like the idea of having 20 yards to work with in the red zone because as a wide receiver, you can do some things. And you see just a check play right there by Reedy as he gets in the way, and that is all the way illegal. And he did it in front of the official.
Toledo must get the football to the Bowling Green 2. Owens to throw. Still running now. He'll take off with the football. 15 down to the 10-yard line. So he makes back 16 yards of that 25-yard deficit. Back to the original line of scrimmage and then a yard.
There we have it.
And the Rockets are going to take a timeout to set up the biggest play of the game.
Do you run it or do you pass it is the question.
Well, one thing you have in quarterback Owens, as we've seen on a number of occasions, is the ability to run if nobody's available.
Exactly. And if I'm calling this play, I'm going to allow Owens to run to the wide side of the field, avoid the boundary, have Russell on that same side, and give me a 2-way to go. I can pass it to Russell, or I can run it in if I'm Owens.
Yeah, because the Rockets now are down to 1 timeout, if they fail to convert here, this is likely the game. Bowling Green trying to remain in a first-place tie with Buffalo, which leads Kent State. Here we go. Owens drops back and looks and looks and throws. Touchdown! Alonzo Russell on 4th down.
You got to go to the man who has the ability to make a play. You didn't see the rollout action, but you did see targeted Alonzo Russell, and that was the operative thing to do. He's a playmaker. He's going to make things happen, and he did right there.
The Rockets were faced with 3rd and 25 and come back to take the lead. Detmer to try to make it a field goal separation. He has not missed this year.
And the velocity that Terrence Owens puts on this football, I mean, he delivered into a tight spot. I was expecting a rollout action, but Terrence just stays in the pocket, stays cool, takes the hit, and then throws a dart right to Alonzo Russell for the score.
And he had just enough time to throw because of that great offensive line that continues to avoid yielding a sack, at least in this game, and best in the country, and allowing just 3 sacks for the year.
That's why it's the greatest team sport, Jim. It takes everybody doing their part to succeed.
Second touchdown reception for Alonzo Russell, sophomore out of Washington, D.C. Bowling Green has 2 timeouts left. And if you're wondering about field goal range for Tyler Tate, he's good from about the 43. So that means they need to get the ball down to roughly the 25-yard line.
They got this thing called a crosswind. They might have something to say.
Yeah,
about
that's the other thing. Probably want to get it about 10 yards closer. Then an exciting football game. So Toledo shut out no more here in the second half. Detmer will try to boom this one deep into the end zone. Mission accomplished. So the football comes to the Bowling Green 25-yard line. The average score for the meetings over the last 2 decades, separated by 0.8 of a point. Today, just a difference of 3.
So basically, you get 29, you're golden.
Yeah. Field goal would tie this game and likely force overtime. A touchdown could win it. Matt Johnson today 15 for 22, 194 yards. No interceptions. Without the injured Chris Gallen, out for the season with a knee injury, suffered a couple of weeks ago. In trouble on first down, maintains his balance and throws. First down catch and run to the sticks by Ryan Burbrink. Nice job, too, by Matt Johnson to keep that play going.
Yeah, the ability to stay alive right there was crucial for Matt Johnson as he keeps his feet and doesn't allow the turf monster to get him as well, and then delivers a strike to Burbrink, who catches the ball and, most importantly, gets out of bounds.
Jaron Elliott, number 15, nearly got him for the Rockets. Now from the 35. And a catch good for 4 yards to Burbrink again. It'll be 2nd and 6. Clock stops with 74 seconds to go.
From a defensive perspective, you know they're going to attack the sideline, so cover with that inside in mind. Don't leave it free. And Johnson's delivering strikes, but the defenders have to do a better job of defending the outside. You know it's going to the boundary or to the wide side of the field.
Had a great second half, 10 for 11 and 125 yards. Trying to lead a game-tying or game-winning drive in this I-75 rivalry. Elliott misses him. Johnson steps up and is sacked. Jaron Elliott had a chance. Ball was loose for the moment. Quarterback down at the 32. It's still Bowling Green ball. Johnson is shaken up, by the way. Boy, they draw a beat on him.
Yes, they did. You have 4 men in a route for Bowling Green, and you have everyone and then some coming for Toledo. You have to get open sooner. Can't block 5 guys with 6 coming.
Junior Silvestri credited with yet another sack, his 2nd of the game. And now the Falcons, like the Rockets, on a 3rd and long, have to convert in what certainly is 4-down territory. Well, the Rockets were 3rd and 25.
Right. Yes, they were. They managed to pick it up. Don't be surprised if we see a blitz again, which would be the perfect call. Would be a screen.
To extend this drive, Bowling Green must get the football to its own 45 or beyond. Here's a look at Silvestri, the junior linebacker out of Hollywood, Florida. Been a star today for the Rockets defense. Plenty of time in the play clock at 15. Johnson down the field. Got a receiver. Intended for Sean Joplin, who couldn't hang on.
You could not have delivered a better ball if you're Matt Johnson. Joplin has had some clutch catches today, but that would have been the most important one had he made this play. Deliver in the right spot. You have the lead on the defender. You got to catch that over-the-shoulder pass. You have to catch it. It's imperative.
Stops a string of 9 consecutive completed passes for Matt Johnson. Let's see how the Rockets played it, and they're going to call timeout. As Tom Matukowicz, their defensive coordinator, will set up the defense. Well, if you're the Rockets, do you bring pressure with 4 or 5, or do you drop back and try to prevent Bowling Green from getting the necessary 13 yards?
The safe play would be to step back, don't bring the house. But I think you got the pressure. Pressure's gotten you where you're at. Take a chance. Now, that's easy for me to say that. I'm standing over here with you. My job's not on the line.
Both teams have broken their huddle. Falcons have a timeout remaining if they're able to convert here. It's a 4-receiver set with Jordan Hopgood in the backfield. Let's get the ball to the 45. Johnson back to pass and looking and throwing, incomplete. And the Rockets are going to win it.
And that's a ball Matt Johnson wants back because it was a poorly thrown football, and he knows it. Hence why he's walking off the football field with his head hanging down.
The head coach, Matt Campbell, and the Rockets set to make it 4 in a row. And it's too bad for Johnson, who led a stellar comeback with his team down 21-0.
Yes, he played a very good game, but when it mattered most and he had to make a play, he was unable to do it.
There's Dwight Macon, the receiver, and Matt Campbell, the head coach.
And that's 4 years in a row?
Yep.
It's domination. Get to 7, 8 times in a row, becomes no more of a rivalry. Just straight domination.
Victory formation for the Rockets, and a tough one for Dave Clawson and the Falcons, who for the moment will drop out of first place in the MAC East, pending the finish between Buffalo and Kent State. And that'll do it. Fourth straight win for Toledo in this I-75 series, and it was one of drama. What an ending, huh?
Yes, it was. Tale of two halves. At the end, Toledo found a way to gather their composure to pull this game out, Jim.
Alonzo Russell with a game-winning reception for the Rockets late in the fourth quarter to end it in favor of Toledo for the 4th consecutive year. For Gerard Cherry, I'm Jim Barber. So long from Bowling Green University and Deutsche Perry Stadium. Final score 28-25 Rockets. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.